Do you remember how to start a podcast?
Yeah.
I was going to say the episode number. I was like, wait, we don't do that.
When have we ever done
This
that?
is episode 104.
Welcome back to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm Connor, and I'm with the boys as usual, Joey and Garnt. That's them. They're the boys.
That's them.
We need to learn how to podcast again because it's been the first time we've been in the studio for like...
baby.
Well, we never left, but in real life we did leave to a lot of different places.
We've
It's
gone
been
for like 5 weeks.
It's been a long time since we've been in the podcast studio.
Been to America twice.
You did? Oh, yeah, you did.
Because Hawaii is America.
Oh, yeah, true.
And I
Yeah.
cycled all across Kyushu.
I
Oh
always
my
forget.
God.
In a week's work.
I always
Wow.
forget Hawaii is America.
Yeah. We were busy.
I forgot about that until, well, I knew about that, but for some reason,
I would hope so.
I knew, but like for some reason there was always this like
Why is
mental
Hawaii?
gap
Yeah.
where Hawaii is Hawaii, even though like it's, you know, an American state. I still always felt that Hawaii is its own separate thing in my mind, even though it's not. And then we went to Hawaii, and I'm like, oh, this is actually America. Okay, this is actually America. It's we just went to Hawaii for KawaiiCon, which was very fun. It was
anime convention.
mine and first Connor's trip to Hawaii.
How was it?
It was all right. Hawaii's nice. Hawaii's definitely a good place.
I should never ask a British person if something's good or not.
Yeah.
Because the answer would just be,
It's like Disneyland for adults. If you ever go to Hawaii, you just kind of feel like instead of like, you know, when you go to certain parts in like Spain, they'll have like a resort. Just seems like the whole island, or at least that part of the
well,
city,
especially Waikiki.
Yeah.
is just turned into like a resort for people with too much money and want to drink alcohol.
Well, wasn't it something like, I think you or someone was telling me.
we had
right,
we had a cameraman for something, and the cameraman who lived there for like 30 years, he told me that Hawaii, this could be bullshit. We might need to fact check this. He told me that Hawaii has 1 million people who live on it.
Yeah.
like locals.
People who live there, but at any given time, there's 10 million people on the island, which would imply
Jesus.
that
God.
it's like a ratio of like 1 to
It's like
9.
Tokyo.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tourists. But like most of them stay in where we were, which was like Waikiki, which I guess is the touristy part. It's basically like it feels like a Disneyland, but for adults who want to go to the beach.
Kai, were they capping or?
6.7 million visitors compared to 1.4 million residents.
Exaggerated a little bit, but
So it's like
basically
five.
right.
So it's like 5 to 1,
pretty
which
close.
is still insane.
Yeah.
Considering.
Because that means like when you're walking around or driving, like you're almost always looking at a tourist without realizing it.
Oh, especially if you're in like Waikiki, which we were for the most
it was all
part.
tourists.
But
Yeah. I mean, I would have liked to explore more of the other islands because, like Hawaii was like incredible, but I think my mental image of Hawaii before going did not add up to the image that I landed in.
What was your mental image of Hawaii initially?
I don't know,
Like
maybe
more island-like?
Yeah, maybe a bit more like island-like, maybe a bit, you know, closer to nature or stuff like that. You know, I've traveled to like different tropical islands before.
Yeah.
And obviously there have been like big cities on some of these islands, but nothing that really compared to Waikiki.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like Connor said, it was like kind of like a theme park. I landed and I'm like, oh shit, it's spring break. 24/7 every day of the year. That's kind of what it felt like.
Felt bad for the locals. They have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what Kyoto feels like to the locals that live there.
Yeah,
right?
probably.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, I'm British. I was like, yeah, it's all right. I'm not a big beach guy. Not a fan of beaches.
That's why he's so white.
I honestly, I got to avoid that.
You're blending into that shirt, dude.
I normally stay away from beaches. I'm not. I just.
Why? Okay, why are you not a beach person? That's what I've always wanted to know. Because you've said
sucks. Sand actually is the worst feeling thing known
You're
to
Luke
man.
Skywalker?
I think that people mock that scene, and I thought he's right. Like I thought, sand is like just something that I despise, and when I'm on it, I can't relax.
So would you prefer it if it was a pebble beach, a rock beach?
No, I don't want any beach.
Let's not get sand into this. Sand is its own
I
separate
like
thing.
scuba diving.
Wait, were you
Like-
literally not a lifesaver at one point in your life?
Yeah, I was at a pool.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in a pool.
I love
Yeah.
swimming. I love scuba diving.
Right.
But I hate
But
the
you don't like the
idea
ocean.
of like, the ocean's alright.
Yeah. Ocean, mid.
Right. I just like if we could have like just the pool kind of setup, but for all of the ocean, like I can climb out and I can just be done.
That is the most privileged thing you've said in a long time.
I've said a lot of privileged things.
I know. It has been 0 days.
I just don't like sand. Like it just sucks.
I like
Because it's
The
like, all
ocean.
right, okay, let's say, all right, you go to the beach, right? I don't care about what you like, Garnt. Right? It's about me.
I was about to make a point, and they just made it seem like I just made an AI generated sentence.
I like the ocean.
I like the ocean.
I thought you were done. That's why the cadence of which you were talking implied you were done.
What happened was I was starting my sentence. I was like, "Oh, Connor hasn't finished his point," and then you stopped, and I was like,
Well, because
oh.
now I realize, okay, it's like you go, let's say you go to the beach, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you go in shoes, it feels gross, feels nasty. I don't like it.
Okay.
If you sit down in it, I gotta
Sandals all the way, man. You got to go to the beach in sandals.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go,
Flip-flops.
right, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can go in sandals,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I love my Vessies, man, but not for the beach, man. Not for the beach.
but it's like then like let's say you lay a towel down, towel gets all fucking sandy. I hate that. I hate that so much.
Towel
And then
gets
you
sandy if you're like new to the beach.
Well, I mean,
It's pretty easy to avoid getting sand.
But then,
on
like,
your
let's say
towel.
I go into the ocean and I want to dry myself, and it's like, okay,
That's why you
well,
bring another towel.
Yeah, but this is already so annoying. Like, this is
Life
already,
hack: bring 2 towels.
This is already so frustrating that I have to bring 2 towels, and then like I don't know.
I think it's worth going through all that just for the vibes. You know,
I just
there's
hate
just something
sands.
about a beach
It's a
vibe,
vibe.
that you can't. Because I actually agree with you. I do not like sand, and I don't like swimming in the ocean. But yet I love beaches, just because there is just a certain vibe, especially when you can feel the ocean air. There's just something about this. This is like
It's living.
This is living, man. And I say that growing up in Brighton, we have one of the
beach.
worst beaches I've been to in the world. I mean, every British beach is the worst beach I've been
That's
to
true.
in the world.
True.
But I still fucking loved it. I
we
mean,
have some weird beaches.
something about being next to a big body of water is just, especially during COVID and especially living in Tokyo, I miss that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, because we have beaches here in Japan, but unless you go, down south,
Yeah.
it's not like great beaches.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of beaches. That's kind of where I'm. I don't know. Like I could enjoy the beach more if I like, let's say I went like giga bougie and we had like like we're staying in like an Airbnb.
Yeah.
That had like access to the beach.
Yeah.
Then I'm kind of down because then I can
Like a
just
beach
go,
resort, right?
Yeah, because then you just
Yeah.
go back into the hotel or whatever when you're done. Like
Yeah.
it's the whole like traveling to the beach, which I also hate a lot of the time because you got to like you're dressed for the beach, but then you don't want to. I don't want to dress
As
like
an
that.
Australian, I'm dying on the inside.
Yeah, this is the average Australian commute. Like, this is like,
it is.
basically I hate that. I think it's just the British that part of me that just hates it.
Yeah.
And so
Are there not
ultimate-
any beaches in Wales?
There are, but there's one really nice in South Wales called like the Gower or Mumbles, I think it's called, and it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And it's like this, but it's more of like looks like a Game of Thrones stone formation. It's like a giant cliff, and it looks amazing. It's really cool.
right.
But it's not really like maybe in the summer you go there, but I never did. I just
Right.
went there to like walk across the beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And there's some up north that are pretty decent, but a lot of them are terrible. A lot of needles, a lot of stones. They stink.
Yeah.
The tide like difference is crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go to England for its beaches or
No.
just Britain in general.
I don't think anyone was.
That's why we go
Yeah.
outside the UK.
Not even British people do that.
Yeah.
But then if you don't have the beach, if you're not a big beach guy, and then you also kind of don't vibe with the city of like Waikiki in Hawaii, it's kind of
Yeah.
like, what's there really to do? And so we ended up just drinking craft beer most of the time. And that was
Yeah,
kind of
which
the
was
best
great.
part.
Which was great.
That was great.
Yeah.
The food in Hawaii was amazing.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
probably the best part of Hawaii.
One thing that I was really impressed with was the actual locals. Man,
Oh yeah, everyone's really nice.
God,
yeah.
everyone had such an awesome energy to them in Hawaii.
The amount of times
you
I
know?
did this while I was there, man, I was just like, I get this now. I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
why
yeah.
locals do this. This is the vibe of Hawaii,
Yeah.
100%.
It is totally vibes, and everyone is just on the same level. I
Yeah.
thought people would be like much more relaxed over there, but they bring the energy, and it's such a
It's a
good
relaxed
fucking
hype.
energy.
Yeah.
yeah. I've never seen such a relaxed
They're
hype.
relaxed when they need to be, and they're hype when they want to be.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
0
great.
or 100. There's nothing in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah, people were generally just a lot happier there, which was nice. I felt a little bit safer as well than most of the US.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is or if that's just like a weird misconception.
I think it's
but
just purely because we're in Waikiki, but like, I feel, compared to other big cities in other American states, like, it was weird because I almost forgot at one point. I was like, oh, we're in America,
Yeah,
technically. Why do I feel so safe just like
well,
walking
you
around?
You realize you're in America when there's like 4 lanes of
Yeah.
Yeah.
cars, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm back.
But I could have, but like, there was so many days where I would just be like, oh, I'm just going to go for a walk, even if it's at night or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't catch me doing that in LA or
On the mainland.
anywhere, like, or on the mainland anywhere,
Yeah.
right? But in Hawaii, for some reason, I was like, no
Mainland's
one has
such
a gun here. No one's going to stab me here. It's fine. Everyone's just chilling out when, you know, it's definitely no guarantee.
Mainland sounds so cool to say. Makes
Yeah,
you feel like
yeah.
Attack on Titan.
The
The mainland.
standing on the beach like,
Let's take
is
it
that
over.
where they are?
Let's take over the mainland.
Is that where our freedom is?
Over there? Do I find my enemies over there?
In LA.
It was good though. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was definitely the people that I liked the most.
Yeah.
Out of all of the like everything about Hawaii and the food and people were the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like the weather was pretty good. We had a lot of rain, but
I like that.
generally not a fan of humid and hot places. I say that and I live in Japan.
Yeah.
But I'm an AC fiend here. I don't leave AC areas.
See, I'm actually a fan of tropical rain.
I know you are.
Yeah,
You're Thai though. That's not fair.
it's-
You got
it's-
a natural buff to it, bro.
It's not just about being tired.
You
okay?
are- you are-
Fuck off. It is about being
You were
Thai.
born in the warm rain.
Bro,
Look,
you-
I
you
want
have a
anything
natural-
is better than British rain, okay? British rain is the most depressing thing I've seen on the face of this earth, all right? Like, there's a difference between like the fucking cold, wet rain that's not even really rain. It's just like someone blew God blew a raspberry on you, and it's just unpleasant to go out. Versus just getting like rain that just cools down the temperature by a few degrees, and it's just
He says that, but the day before we left, there was a flood warning and it was torrential rain. It was insane.
It was pretty bad, yeah.
I think because when you're an island in like the middle of the Pacific Ocean,
Yeah.
the rain is so weird. It like
Yeah.
appears for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
No joke.
It's like an on-off switch.
Sometimes
Yeah.
just 10 seconds gone. And
Yeah.
then again, and then none. And then torrential, gone. It's so weird. In the UK, if it rains, it's like, well, Susan, get the biscuits and the scones because it's going to be raining for the next 4 days and it's not going to stop. And it's going to be torrential.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a no joke. It's always raining in fucking
Yeah, because we checked the weather report just before we flew to Hawaii, and we saw the weather report, and we were getting worried because we had a week-long period that was just rain.
Yeah.
But I knew what it meant. If it's like tropical weather, just rain on the weather report means it's going to rain hard for 5 minutes, and then for like the rest of like the 24 hours, maybe it'll rain in like the nighttime
Yeah.
or the evening time. But it will come in like 5-minute bursts or like 20 minutes at most, and then it will like clear up, it will dry up. And if you were outside for those 5 minutes, well, fuck you. You are
Yeah.
getting soaked.
Tough shit.
Yeah, nobody's carrying around an umbrella here, man. You either leave with an umbrella, you can't just like pick one up randomly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Although I will say the most important part about the Hawaii trip was that Garnt and I are officially part of the Moped gang now.
Yes. I mean, I was the one that got those boys into it.
I have now officially joined the Moped gang.
Yeah, I mean, part of the reason I've become part of the moped gang was because in the last month I went to Vietnam.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Eh?
Yeah, I
God,
guess
it's been so long.
I guess we should go in chronological order, right?
Yeah, we're way out of order there.
Yeah.
We're way out of order. We went in reverse order. But yeah, I went to Vietnam, changed my life because
Oh, you're like a white guy.
changed my life. And I say that as a, already Southeast Asian who's been to Thailand a bunch of times in my life. I am now part of the scooter gang.
Was that your first time?
It was my first time in Vietnam. So yeah.
Vietnam mentioned Paul.
Let's go, gang.
Yeah, it's funny because it's only like an hour away from Bangkok. So I don't know why I've never been to Vietnam or a lot of other Southeast Asian countries.
That's what happens when something is too close.
Yeah.
You end up never going because you always think it's within reach.
Yeah,
So you never
exactly.
bother,
It's like
right?
Japanese people never going to Korea.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely go.
Yeah, I'll go an hour.
Flight.
That's
Like,
fine,
it's
whatever.
Yeah, it's an
yeah,
hour
like-
flight. My entire life, I'd never gone on that trip for just an hour, even though it probably takes long to fly to Hokkaido from here.
Yeah.
But it was a very, very short flight. And I had a friend who was living there. So I was like, hey, I'll come visit you for the weekend. First time in Vietnam, show me around. So in my mind, most Southeast Asian countries are basically the same, except for Singapore. Singapore's like its own thing. That's not real Southeast Asia, right?
It's the friend with the rich house.
Yeah. Singapore's not real Southeast Asia,
right? Asia's better.
Says the Malaysian.
Nobody asked Malaysian boy.
You know, you guys have a good GDP, you know. People follow the rules there. That's not real Southeast Asia, man. Come on. Stop faking, guys. Stop faking.
Chewing gum is illegal.
Yeah, exactly, right?
The fuck is that?
Your streets are clean.
Yeah, the privilege.
Yeah, your streets are clean. You got a good GDP. What's going on here? You know, that's not the Southeast Asia I know. But
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, what I will say is, Vietnam is very, very similar to Thailand. Shocker.
Oh, Maylene's here.
Maylene's here as well.
Oh, shit, Maylene's
Oh my god, we got all the Southeast
we got all the
Asians here now.
Southeast
Sea Gang Unite.
Maylene said, except for the communists.
Yeah, that's
What does that mean?
Thank you for your input, Maylin. But so I thought that I was prepared for the scooter culture there because I thought scooters were just everywhere in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Which they are in Thailand as well. But in Vietnam, it is on a whole nother level. It was actually like fucking shocking to see how many like the scooter to car ratio, which I got told, I don't know if this is true, I got told it's like 80% scooters and motorcycles versus 20% cars on the roads. I don't know if that's true, but it definitely felt like it was true.
We own the road now.
Yeah, we own the road. And yeah, just so my entire life, I was scared of scooters or scared of like, I think I'd partly been conditioned to not get into like the scooter culture, and partly I had some bad experiences as a kid when I tried to learn how to ride a scooter for the first time.
Right.
And I remember like when I was like 7 or something, my cousin was like, "Oh, do you want to give it a go?" Didn't tell me anything, and all I did was just rev up.
Oh no!
It just flew forward. It fell on me, and I'm like, I'm never riding a scooter again in my life. And also, I grew up. My parents were just like, "You are not getting a scooter. You are never riding on scooters. Those are dangerous. Do not do that." We are not a household that rides scooters here. So so my entire life, I'd just been conditioned to be afraid of scooters.
Anti-scooter household.
Yeah. And anti-scooter household. But in Vietnam, you don't really have a choice. You don't really have a choice. You are getting on a scooter whether you like it or not, because even if you want to go somewhere close by, nobody really uses cars for like their equivalent of Uber there, which is Grab. Everyone just uses Grab bikes.
Right.
And the first thing that kind of sold me on this idea of, you know, possibly riding a scooter in Vietnam is everyone wears helmets. What the fuck, Thailand? What the fuck? I mean, like when you guys were in Thailand, how many people did you see wearing helmets on motorcycles?
Literally zero.
Zeros.
I don't even think they had seatbelts yet.
Yeah.
I don't honestly
Dude, half of them weren't even wearing shoes. Like,
Yeah.
They're literally just fucking freeing the beasts, and also their hair just fucking flying out behind them, going at like 80 kilometers an hour. And they're just like, yeah, hell yeah, on the highway. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
well, that's a casualty waiting to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think Thailand has at one point was like the most dangerous roads on the planet.
I believe that.
And, you know, I totally believe that as well. And so I thought, okay, this is just normal in Southeast Asia. Going to Vietnam blew my fucking mind because it made me realize, oh, people can actually care about their safety and follow the rules. And, follow the rules in terms of at least wearing helmets, even if you order like a Grab bike. Yeah. Every motorbike taxi comes with a spare helmet for the passenger to wear.
Wow.
tight.
So I was just like, oh my, if they can make it work, why can't Thailand make it work, man? What's going on?
Well, I mean, throwing it back to the Hawaii thing as well, like,
I feel like I'd have to negotiate in Thailand for the helmet. It's like, no, it's an extra $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Give me the helmet.
Well, it's so weird because, like, throwing it back to the Hawaii thing, like, there were so many, like, mopeds and scooters there as well.
Yeah.
No one was wearing helmets.
Right. Even in Hawaii.
Even in Hawaii, they weren't wearing helmets.
Yeah. And I remember because, like, when we rented our scooters in Hawaii, I was like, I want the helmet. I want my safety. And the guy literally told us, and it's like, oh, that's good. Normally I have to, like, really fight for my clients to, like, wear helmets, and they rarely do. They rarely do.
Jesus.
So yeah, my first experience was getting picked up by my mate at the airport, and he was like, had a small luggage on me, and I was like, where's the car? And he was like, there is no car.
Welcome to Vietnam.
Yeah, welcome to Vietnam.
Imagine traveling to a place and bringing luggage. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
What a fucking asshole.
So I was like, where do I put the luggage? And he was like, welcome to Vietnam, baby. And so he just, you know, this was compared to some of the other shit I saw people putting on motorcycles. This was tame. But so he just put it at the front, and I was like,
Oh my God.
are you safe with that? And he was like, yeah. It's all good. This is actually a pretty small luggage, actually.
Oh my god.
And he just after we dropped the luggage off back, he kind of like took me around on the bike and just
sick.
went on a tour of the entire city.
Hell
and
yeah.
there is just, I don't know, there's just something freeing about exploring a city on the back of a bike, especially if it's in Vietnam. Because I can't really describe the feeling of going up to of like stopping at the traffic lights and you are with an army of scooters. You're the first one there, and then you stop, and then you just hear the buzzing,
And then the bike again shows up.
There is a certain frequency of the Vietnam bikes where you just hear.
This is how Garnt accidentally joined a bike again. Without realizing it.
It kind of felt like that. You stop at the lights and you hear the buzzing as the army of scooters just stop at the lights. You look around, you're surrounded by scooters, and then everyone's waiting for the lights to turn green, and you just hear an army of
it's like Fall Guys on bikes.
yeah.
They're just like waiting, and they're like, "Come on, let's go!"
And then everyone goes off and nobody crashes. It was like playing real life Mario Kart, man. You saw some people who had the speed boost. Some people were just like,
Everybody chilled to the blue shit.
And that was such an awesome experience. I was like, I really want to try getting a scooter, but I don't know if I should. My parents.
You make it sound like Vietnam was only scootering.
It was.
That's all you did?
That's. That's.
And ate food, hopefully.
okay.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of food, but that was kind of like the highlight of my trip, I think, because I remember the entire time I was like, I think I'm gonna get a scooter, but I don't know if my parents are gonna be happy. I don't know if my parents are gonna be happy. And then so after this, awesome bike tour that I took with my mates, we were just standing outside, having a drink outside a bar, and it was like 4 p.m. And I was just, when you're just like on the cusp of being convinced of something. I was like on that cusp. And then as we're just sitting down, having a chill drink, just enjoying the vibes, I just see this couple riding along, and they're in a bright red Vespa. And it was a single Vespa driving down this road on Vietnam. And I could feel something in my brain just click.
Right on shooting star starts playing in my head.
And I see this Vespa drive past, and I'm like, I turn to my mate and I'm like, I'm getting a Vespa. I've just decided it now. I rarely in my life has something in my brain just clicked that I know I'm going to make a spontaneous purchase. Yeah. But I went to him. I was like, as soon as I land in Thailand, the first thing I'm doing, I'm buying a Vespa. And the first thing I did was I landed in Thailand. My parents picked me up. Didn't even say hi. I was like, Dad, I'm buying a Vespa. And he was like, what? What's going on? What do you mean you're buying a Vespa? You're just here for another 5 days. I was like, I don't care, Dad. I've made my decision. I'm buying a Vespa. And
I'm a changed man.
And I'll be honest, even though I could only ride it for 5 days in Thailand, I'm sure I'll be back sometime. But it's
waiting for you.
It was like a fish being introduced to water for the first time. I had realized that this was in my blood.
Like a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah.
Fish discovers water for the first time.
I just realized, just riding the motorcycle and riding the Vespa around Bangkok, it was like it was in my blood this entire time. I had tried to reject what was in my bloodline, but it just felt so right.
I love how you went to Vietnam and the past 20 minutes all you've been talking about is the fucking scooter. You're like, this is everything.
This is everything. Vietnam was great as well. I mean, like, Vietnam was great.
Is Vietnamese food better than Thai food, or is Thai?
No.
Oh,
No.
Shit, Maylene, you gotta let him say that?
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Vietnamese people. You guys need to put some chilies, man. You need to put some chilies in there.
Take your helmet off, man.
Yeah, okay.
You'll put your helmet on. That's cap.
There's only so much sriracha you can put on shit. I need some actual chilies in my cuisine, man. But no, Vietnamese food. Sorry?
You ate communist Vietnamese.
But he said he eats communist Vietnamese food.
But no, Vietnamese food was great. I mean, like, the first thing I did after I, got out the airport was I had to get some money out. And I had no, this is my first time in Vietnam, and I didn't Google this before, so I had no like inkling of what the conversion rate was.
Oh,
so
you're scammed.
No, I put in my card, and I normally you gauge how much you can take out by what they allow you to take out, right?
Yeah.
So the maximum amount you could take out of this ATM, that's, unless you like insert an actual number, was 2 million dong.
Fuck that.
And I was like, that sounds like a lot. You know what? I'm going to take out 1 million dong. That's probably going to last me the entire trip.
Yeah.
Did you not Google? What did you Google?
Oh, wait, I was in a rush because my mate was waiting for me. So I was just like,
he was revving up his bike.
Yeah, he was
How
revving up
many
his bike.
dongs do I get?
Yeah. So I was like, God damn, I'm a Vietnamese millionaire right now. I've got the cash. And so I get the million now. I go out to my mate. I was like, I got $1 million. Is that a lot? And he just looks me dead in the eye and goes, nope. That's 30 quid you got there. And I was
the bank fees are probably more than that.
Yeah, right. I was like, God fucking damn it. But yeah, I mean, basically I did 2 things in Vietnam. Just go around and try a bunch of food, and ride around on a motorcycle and go to some local bars.
That's high.
That's all you need,
I'm so
baby.
fucking pumped because I get to go in June, and I'm just hearing about this. I'm like, I'm trying to convince my parents to be like, we need to get mopeds.
Yeah.
I'm like, if we're not, fuck you guys. I'm going on a moped because I'm a changed man now. I've learned the moped ways in Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any other Southeast Asian country. The street food is just, it's insane.
So looking forward to
like, tried my first like local banh mi,
Yeah.
which was like a Vietnamese kind of sandwich. Yeah, they have a lot of bread there. That's yeah.
Is it good?
Garnt frothing at the
Is it
mouth.
good?
I mean, I think it's good. I don't know
He
how
likes
much
the banh mi.
I don't know how much my opinion is worth, but because
I'd like to try this bread.
Yeah, I'll try it for myself.
yeah, because a lot of their culture revolves around like banh mi, because you can get it like every kombini, and there's so many like street food stalls that sell banh mi.
Is it the one where they put like a fuck ton of coriander in it?
Yeah,
That's just
one.
all Vietnamese.
Yeah, that's just Vietnamese food. And I remember like we went to a pho store as well, and having pho with the banh mi bread, bro. My third eye open, man, because I've had pho before, but I've never had it with like the local banh mi bread. I was just like, oh, Southeast Asian people can do bread. Maybe it's just Thailand that's just shit at bread, man.
And I bet
I
that
didn't
costs
see
like
it.
50 cents or something.
Now you think about it, I did not see a single bread
No.
in Thailand.
No.
I did not see a single
I remember
single bread.
going back to Thailand for the last month, and I wanted a sandwich. And I
Level impossible.
we ordered the sandwich, and I don't know what it is about Thailand bread, but the sandwich, most of the places you have, even if it's a bougie looking place, all the bread is like sweet. It's like sweet bread, even for sandwiches.
It's like in Korea as
and
well.
garlic bread. I was
Yeah.
like, what is this? Maybe the boys have poisoned my mind, because I don't remember bread being this bad.
Nah.
Or maybe that's
poisoned-
why I
I
just
have
never
poisoned your
ate bread
mind.
as a kid, because everywhere I lived, bread was just shit.
You've had the real
You
bread
went
now, so now
get
you know.
bread in Belgium. That's pretty good bread.
Yeah,
They're
the
not
bread in
best at
Belgium
it.
was fucking
They're
insane.
not the best at it. Sorry, Belgium. All right. But it's good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm discovering my bread journey now at the right young age of 32. Okay, I'm discovering
That's
it
fine.
now.
That's fine.
And yeah, just had a bunch of like the street food, the local food. But one thing I did notice is that everything in there is also like sweet. There's a big coffee culture there. My mate took me to a egg coffee place, which
Excuse me, what?
I've heard about this.
An egg coffee.
What the fuck is
place.
that?
So you know how you have a latte, you have like the espresso.
No, don't tell me what I think you're gonna tell me.
You have the espresso, and then they froth up the milk.
Yeah.
So imagine that, except they use egg white for it.
No, that can't be good. That can't be good.
Yeah, it's honestly, actually, if you
it kind of sounds lit, not gonna lie.
actually, pretty damn good.
All right,
I actually like it. Okay, well, let me.
Maylin, is this good?
Maylin,
What?
Is egg white coffee good?
have you had it?
You need egg yolk coffee.
Is it egg yolk?
Is it?
Is it good?
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay.
It's kind of like
I'm a hater.
this is what it looks like.
It looks like a creme brulee.
Yeah, so it's if you forget the fact that you are drinking a coffee and treat this more like a dessert, then
Is this sweet?
Yeah, it's sweet.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
It's sweet.
I might like it.
It looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of like a dessert.
It's kind of like a perfect middle bit between
Yeah.
kind of like a drink and a custard.
Love it. It's like tiramisu.
Yeah. It's kind of like tiramisu, but just
That's the
Yeah,
golden word.
that's all you had to say.
That's the golden word to bring up to change Connor's mind. Just say
I
tiramisu.
didn't know we were talking about tiramisu. See, now we should have said is it's a deconstructed tiramisu. And then I would have been on board.
It's a
right?
reconstructed
You tell
tiramisu.
me it's a latte but with yolk. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Tell me it's a tiramisu deconstructed. I'm like, okay, well now, okay, that sounds good. Actually.
I mean, isn't that literally what a tiramisu is?
yeah,
Just egg yolk and
that's
coffee.
what I'm saying. That sounds good though. That sounds
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, okay. Now I said I was gonna be a hater, but now I'm actually I'm interested.
So easy.
yeah.
Dude, what do you want me to do? I'm a tiramisu.
Just say tiramisu, and he's like, "All right,
It's
say
good.
no more."
Tiramisu's good.
I know. I'm not debating that.
Yeah, tiramisu. I mean, like I said, there's a big coffee culture there. There's a lot of coffee shops as
Is
well.
Vietnam the one as well that has that coffee that like comes from like the cat poop? Is that Vietnam?
I think that's
Oh, that's
Malaysian.
Malaysian. Okay,
Yeah, that's
right, yeah.
Malaysian.
Whoops.
The other Southeast Asian
I definitely
country.
didn't get my two Southeast
yeah.
Asian
That's what they
countries
give
mixed up.
to silly white people when they come to Malaysia.
Indonesian.
Oh, it's Indonesia.
I thought it was Indonesia.
Okay. We're down. We're every Southeast
It's all
Asian
the
country.
same.
Every Southeast. Oh, when are we going to
I
mention
can't
like the
say that,
Philippines
Jerry.
now?
I can't define it.
I can say that.
Philippine mentioned.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
This episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer.
Boys, how do you feel after you find a good deal?
Amazing.
Smart.
Well, thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it can find to your cart.
Connor, explain how Honey works to the audience.
I thought you'd never ask, Jerry. Imagine it, you're shopping on one of your favorite sites. When you check out, the Honey button appears and all you have to do is click apply coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. And if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop.
What did you save money on, Connor?
Well, recently at Trash Taste headquarters, we actually ran out of trash cans. And we managed to save $20 on the trash cans.
It was a really messy office.
But did you know, guys, Honey doesn't just work on desktops.
Oh?
It works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go.
Oh my god.
If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out.
Straight up.
And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid
Yourself.
and supporting the boys as well.
Us too.
Get PayPal Honey for free at
Free.
joinhoney.com/trash taste. That's joinhoney.com/trash taste.
Smash that link in the description down below. Back to the episode.
This episode is sponsored by AFK Arena.
AFK Arena's 4th anniversary celebration is starting now. Participate in the anniversary event and get 100 summons. AFK Arena, with its stunning 2D art style and idle enjoyment with the perfect combination of collectible RPGs, now has 40 million users worldwide. Whether or not you have played this game, the 100 summon anniversary and the crossover with RE0 will be the best time for you to enjoy the excellent aesthetic experience and idle fun of AFK.
For the 4th anniversary and crossover with RE0 2, new heroes Rem and Amelia will come to the world of AFK. You can try these two powerful and unique collaboration characters, Amelia and Rem, free for 3 days, after which there'll be ways to redeem the heroes for free.
There's also a brand new thematic dungeon in it. Enjoy your adventure with Rem and Amelia. Their power will be there for you to win battles and the treasure.
In AFK Arena, you don't need to spend a lot of time grinding for gears or leveling up. You can just auto-collect the resources even while you're away. Just hit the game from time to time and you will find your team is getting stronger every single time. In turn, you can focus on enjoying the various gameplay modes available, such as PvE, stories, dungeons, and raid bosses, Arena King, towers, and more.
So make sure to download AFK Arena through the link in the description below and get your 100 summons right now.
Get Rem, just get it.
Make the choice. Make the correct choice.
The correct choice, Rem.
Back to the video. But yeah, honestly, I only spent like 2-3 days there and I already really want to go back.
Honestly, I think 2-3 days is like kind of perfect for gauging a vibe.
Yeah.
Like if you want to come
Yeah.
back. Because I don't know. Now, I used to be like a 1 week person. I was like, I need a week. But now I feel like 1 week's too much. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want 3-4 days.
I'm
maybe
going to
a
be
week.
there for 2 weeks.
You know, because
All of Vietnam. Holy fuck.
But
that's
we're,
way-
well, we're literally traveling the entire thing.
if you're traveling all around, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, let's say you're flying into this major city.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
like-
we're not going to be in like one city for like more than 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, like when we went to like Bangkok, I thought that like traveling to a city for like 2 to 3 days is like a really
Yeah.
good way to kind of just get a feel for the vibe and try
Yeah.
some food.
I think it's like an awesome amount of time as well because have you ever been to like a place where you've booked it out for a week and after 3 days you're like,
I'm done. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
we got 4 more days of this?
I'd rather leave a place wishing I stayed more than staying there too long and wishing I left earlier.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like, I can always come back.
True.
So I'm already like planning to go back to Vietnam when I can. I want to explore more of the country as well. Because, the 2-3 days was more kind of like a vibe check if I kind of like vibe with the place there. And now I wanna scoot all around Vietnam, man. I want to do a road trip around Vietnam on scooters, man.
Next Trash Taste special.
Literally, I came back to Vietnam and I was like a changed man because I would not stop talking about scooters.
You've been talking about scooters tenfold. The amount you were before.
I mean, he convinced me.
How was it scooting around Hawaii, Joey?
Dude, so good. Yeah. Like, I knew I was going to enjoy it because, like, I've always wanted to ride the scooter for the longest time, but, like, it's not really a thing in Australia, for one, because Australia's just, like, too big. You can't get around in a scooter.
Yeah.
And in Japan, you need to get, like, a license, which I'm going to get now that I'm a changed man. So I was like, we had the opportunity to ride one in Hawaii because they're so easy to get and they're so affordable to get. Yeah. So, like, I think one of the days, like, in the middle of the convention, all three of us, we went out. Connor did the stream, and Garnt and I and Nabi were on our mopeds. And we just drove around for like 2-3 hours around like the coastline, this beautiful fucking coastline.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Through this like cliff like area.
Just nice to get out of the city, honestly.
Oh my God. Riding on that road was just
very nice road.
Enlightening. It was so good.
Rented the giant truck, or I'm sorry, it's not called a truck, it's a Jeep. And apparently truck people get annoyed if you refer to a Jeep as a truck.
Oh, really?
Apparently a Jeep is not a truck, as I found out. Even if it is in the style of a pickup truck, it is very much a truck. It is not a truck because there's always a Jeep when it's a Jeep.
Yeah.
Which I rented, and that was fun to drive. I just wanted to rent the biggest car they had available and just feel like a menace on the road. Just be an
You wanted to feel American.
I wanted to feel American.
Yeah.
I wanted to get it. And I feel like I do get it.
Yeah.
There is a joy that comes from having a car that can always handle every situation and handle as many people as you need. And if you need to move shit, even though I didn't move shit. Well, we tried to with the Vespa. That was a big fail.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the reason we went, like, scooter gang, aside from, me being going through a phase now, I guess.
Are you in your scooter phase?
I'm in my scooter phase.
Is this a third life crisis? Like What is the?
I mean, I've got like 32 years of scooting to get back in my system that I missed out. I'm like making up.
Catch up.
His whole personality is going to be like scooting, like one of those like people get into rock climbing. Like, they're like, actually, my whole thing is now scooting. Actually, I actually like I have gloves. Scooting.
Yeah.
He just rocks up to random scooters like, what's CC, man?
I refuse to scoot without my leather gloves. It's just wild.
Actually, you can always tell what phase I'm going through by looking at my YouTube recommendations. And right now, like, my entire homepage is just motorbike and scooter videos. So you can definitely tell the kind of phase I'm going through.
So the actual seat height you're going to want for your Vespa is actually dependent wholly on your leg length. It's just videos like that, right? Oh my God.
I mean, aside from going through that phase, I've never been sold on having a big ass truck or driving a big ass vehicle.
What makes no sense anywhere else in the world.
Yeah. In my mind, I'm always thinking about parking. No matter how good the drive is, parking is always in the back of my mind. And just seeing that massive vehicle, I know for a fact that I'm like, as much as I'm enjoying this ride, I'm going to like dread parking this vehicle.
Well,
just get good.
Just get good, probably.
Get good.
Yeah.
I say that, but Ludwig had to help me park a few times when we were in Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, in America, the parking spots are so fucking big.
Yeah.
So it's not, in the UK, it'd be a miserable experience because they're significantly smaller. Like, I just don't think I would even consider owning a truck or Jeep in any other country other than America. Because it's just, it's like, you're actually just inconveniencing your
It'd probably
life.
work in Australia, actually.
Could work in Australia, and probably some parts of the UK actually could work.
Yeah,
like the countryside and stuff.
Yeah, if you were not driving into the cities at all, it'd be fine. But if you're, dude, like in America, it's so easy to drive a pickup truck because it's just that all the lanes are big. There's no roundabouts. Everything's just lanes, and every parking spot is fucking massive.
Yeah.
The drive-throughs can fit trucks. Like, it's like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I used to drive through in a 7-seater like Volkswagen people carrier kind of family car in the UK, and that was scary going through the drive-through in that because that was just about it would get in.
Right.
And the pickup truck, no shot, no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It was kind of fun. I just kind of liked it, and the roof could pop off. It was fun, man. It just felt like you were just above the road. Like I get the appeal.
That's why it's a tank, right?
Yeah, and I get the appeal because I think like certain cars, like if I indicated, I think they'd be like, "Oh, let him go." I think because if I was like the big car, they'd be like, "All right, fine, okay."
Like, come on through, boss man.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it. Weirdly felt like I don't know if it's because people were just politer in Hawaii, but from when I'd been in the car a bunch when driving with like either like American friends or if I was in an Uber, like people would not be that like generous in like a Prius. I don't know if it was. I don't know what it was. Maybe
well,
it's big
what's
car
going to happen
mentality.
if you crash? You're not even going to feel it. It's going to be like buzzing
Like,
off
do you
a
hear that?
mosquito.
Do you hear that? Yeah. Like, it was fun. It was great driving it, and it was it was my first time ever driving on that side of the road.
Same.
But it's weird how quickly you how easy it is to adapt.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna struggle because it's going against every driving instinct that I have. Like it's already weird sitting on the other side of the car.
So yeah, Japan, UK, Australia all drive on the left side.
Left side.
And in America, obviously, they drive on the right. And most of Europe actually drives on the right as
Yeah.
well. But it is weird how quickly your brain... I noticed that when I was following cars, it was super easy. But as I was coming to a junction, if it was just me, I would have that brief moment of like, oh yeah, turn wide.
Yeah.
Turn wide when turning left.
I had that a few times when I was first on the Vespa.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we'd come to like a T intersection.
If there's no other cars, I would kind of
Yeah.
I'd have to be like, that way.
Yeah, and I'd want to turn left, and I almost one time I almost went into oncoming traffic, and I'm like, no. It was fucking terrifying.
Luckily, there's always cars parked places, so that also helps
Sure.
help you figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised. It's pretty easy. I think in Europe with roundabouts, it'd definitely be a lot more
Tricky. Yeah.
yeah, a lot more intimidating.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing like manual as well. I don't know. You would, I think if you feel confident driving generally, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're not a confident driver in general, I think it's a little harder to
a little
kind of adapt.
scarier.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think that now that I've gone back to Thailand for a month and just reconfigured my mind, I think it's easier to drive in Southeast Asia than it is to drive on like Western roads like America and England. And
You're capping, bro.
I honestly have.
Okay.
I think it's like the equivalent of saying like it's easier to drink a cup noodle by just downing it. You know what I mean? Like it's like
What?
because when all rules go out the window, hell yeah, it's easier to fucking drive because you just fucking show up.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to worry about the lights, where people are. Just do it. Like,
I mean, that's the thing, right? Because I kind of realized this because I've lived in Thailand for about like 4 years before moving to Japan. So I have a lot of driving experience in Thailand. And yes, like the first like day or two that you like drive there, especially when I came back this time, I was like, oh, the roads are fucking terrifying. And then when you get used to it, you kind of like, you feel like every driver just enters a kind of flow state. And that's what it feels like. It feels like the traffic just has its own flow that you kind of like get a feel about when you can go, when someone's going to stop.
I'm listening. I'm just going to Google something.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when we were in Thailand and I was sitting on the back of those cabs, I felt nothing like that at all. There was so many, like, there were moments where I was in the back of this cab and the so-called flow of traffic was so fucking like start, stop that I was getting sick by the end of it. Maybe it was a shit driver as well, but like...
That's because the driver is in Ultra Instinct and you were still in like your baseball, you were the side character. You're like, I can't tell what's going on right now. And the driver was just like, I understand everything. I
was like Yamcha on the back of that car. I'm like, I can't see anything.
All I see is an incoming crash right now. What's going on? But no, yeah, it's because like I realized because driving in Hawaii, like not trying to learn, but sometimes you're unfamiliar with the road.
Yeah.
I was probably the closest to getting into a crash in Hawaii out of the three
because
of
you
us.
weren't following the rules, Garnt.
I was following the rules. I thought I knew the rules. There was a green light. I thought I could just turn.
I just Googled because I was near certain that like obviously the reason why we have all these goddamn rules is for safety.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and generally,
Yeah.
I think in Thailand there's a higher death rate for car crashes.
Of course, yeah.
Well, I mean, like it's why we have all these boring rules and you can't go when you want because more traffic accidents. But like I feel like it definitely feels less.
obviously it feels easier, but once you get past, the intimidation of everyone's doing their own thing, it's kind of like comforting to drive there. Maybe I'm just like going back to my bloodline, like I said.
I think you've just been in that situation too many times now where it's just numbed you, because it's like it was definitely not the case with me.
I didn't.
I would be fucking shitting myself if I had to drive, especially if I was on a moped in Thailand. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll do a trip around Vietnam or Thailand or something. Get you a few days on a road.
If I can survive that trip, I can drive anywhere.
Yeah, I feel like okay. So like the stereotype, stereotype we had before that Asians are bad drivers.
Yeah.
I feel like there was some truth to that, and I feel like some of that truth was they weren't bad drivers. They just went by the rules of their home country, which in Western countries counts very much as a bad driver.
It's not that Asian. It's gentrified Asia.
Yeah. They were just bringing like the Asian culture to America, and Americans are like, what's going on here?
They're bringing MMA rules to a box.
Yeah.
It's not that British people have bad food. It's that they just brought it from other countries.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, I still like this. Like, the level beyond me is I still don't know how, some people in Vietnam or Southeast Asia, how they get away with some of the shit they tow or like get on their scooters,
carrying their entire family in the back of the
that's just dangerous. Like having like 4 people on a scooter is just. I
saw someone towing a fucking tree in Vietnam. Via scooter.
Wait, on a moped?
On a moped. They had this like tiny little trailer that was obviously way too small for this fucking tree. Yeah. And I'm like, there is no way that is stable right now. We're about to get a tree on the
fucking engine.
Yeah, right?
It's probably dying.
Yeah, I know, right?
How to ruin your fucking moped engine in 10
poor
seconds.
scooter, man. Yeah. Like, oh my god.
It does feel like a lot of common sense goes out the window sometimes. Just to like, you're like, I can. Yeah. And they never stop to think, should I?
It's like, I only have this moped, but damn, I need this tree though.
What the fuck are they towing a fucking tree? Is the tree just being dragged around on the floor?
No. He had
a trailer.
He had like a tiny ass fucking trailer, which was
in my head I envisioned some dude
it's just dragging on the
with
road,
chains just attached to a moped and a tree, and it's sliding on the ground.
I mean, it wasn't that much better, honestly.
Oh
the trailer looked like it was like doing nothing.
Every time they take a turn, they just sweep out like 20 scooters.
No way. How the fuck did they hook up a trailer to a moped? What the fuck?
Yeah,
using every CC it's got.
Oh my
just
god,
Vietnam things, man.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like, that's why I thought driving. I've been in more close crashes in England.
Because you're a bad driver.
I think I'm a
gentrified Asian.
Is Garnt a bad Asian driver? No coincidence.
No subtext.
Your Honor, my first piece of evidence. He's Asian.
All I'm saying is,
I'm good at help.
all I'm saying is, somehow I've never come close to a crash in all my years of driving in Thailand.
Okay,
he's a lucky Asian.
Yeah. I'm a lucky Asian.
He put all of his skill points into luck, dude.
You got rear-ended by a white couple in the UK, right?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, that wasn't my fault. It's of course. Look, that's what the insurance company made. Okay. And literally, the guy who rear-ended me just said, "I just took my eyes off the road for like 5 seconds and ended up crashing."
That's how it always happens. Yeah. No one crashes when their eyes are on the road.
Yeah, officer, I just wasn't looking at the road. I'm sorry.
All right, boys, you heard him. Let him off.
I was going.
If he crashed, you didn't see it. Did he really crash? Oh my god!
Have you guys ever been in any crashes or road accidents or anything?
Someone bumped our car once when we were parking. I remember that was really weird. I was just kind of like, "The fuck was that?"
When was this?
We were sitting in the back of the car when we were like 10, right? And we had parked and some car just bumped into us, and it wasn't like a big bump, but if you've ever had a car been knocked, even like a little knock really fucking like shakes the car in a way that you're like, whoa, what the fuck? So that was weird. That was about it.
I haven't been in one, but I have seen one like happen right in front of me. And it was
shit. There was the place I lived in London. Do you remember this? There's like a junction. There's always car crashes happening there.
Oh, okay.
There's like really high speed car crashes. It happened quite a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a few times where they crashed. and went into like people's gardens and stuff.
Yeah. I had one too where like the road where I grew up in as well, it's like a cul-de-sac, but then it comes out onto like a T intersection of the main road. And before they have a roundabout there now because there were so many accidents that were happening there. But I remember when I was in like middle school, I was like walking to the main road to like go to the bus stop, and there was just this like cyclist just coming up this hill really slowly. And then just in front of me, I was looking at the cyclist, and then there was just a head-on. Oh. And this cyclist probably went flying about like 20 meters, 30
Holy
meters.
shit, was he okay?
I was like, oh my God, he's dead. Like he's straight up dead. Of course, tough Australian that he was, just got up and he was like, I'm good. Just picked up his bike and just started cycling again. And I'm like,
his bike was good to cycle?
His bike was still good.
The fuck?
And the driver was like, you sure? You okay? Like,
no, I would have called Saul Goodman, bro. I would have been like, $10.
But in my head, I was like, the only person who has the balls to get into a head-on collision, fly 30 meters, get up like nothing happened, and then continue cycling is someone that's happened to him multiple times. Like this, because I think like in Australia, at least in Sydney, like cyclists get into so many accidents because it's like they have to drive on the road.
Yeah.
But they don't have like a bicycle lane like they do in like Japan and like, other Southeast Asian countries. So they're just like in the middle of the fucking road.
Yeah.
And some drivers are like, well, what the fuck? I'm going to try and get around them. And then they either go into, the opposite traffic, or they just fucking bump the cyclist off the road.
There should be enough room for both, a little bit. Oh.
You'd think so, but
Jesus,
cyclists
scary.
think they own the fucking road. Am I right, Connor?
One quick story, and then I'll get into cycling. Okay. So this is just like this weird experience I had as a kid. So it's not about car crashes, but it's about cars. So
yeah,
it's close enough. I was with my mum in a supermarket, and I was like 10 years old. And my mum was at the checkout, and I was like, can I just go and wait in the car? I don't know why. I was like, I want to go and play Game Boy or something in the car.
Yeah.
And so I asked my mum, can I have the car keys? And so I take the car keys, and I go to the parking lot, and I find the car. And so I go to the car, and I put the keys in and turn it. It opens, and I go in. I'm sitting in there, and I'm playing Game Boy. And like 10 minutes later, I look around the car, and I'm like, I don't think these seats look the same as the one in my car. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look at the front and I'm like, that's not the front of my mum's car either. And then I'm looking at the seat again. I'm like, no, this isn't the car pattern at all. And I get out and I'm like, oh shit, this is the same car, but it's not our car, and the key worked on it. And apparently, when I looked it up, and it's like the chances of this happening are super low,
right?
Yeah.
Like, because the key should only work on like 8 other cars in existence of that model. Like, it shouldn't work. I just thought it was really weird that it happened at one time. I was freaked out as a kid, and I told my mum. My mum didn't believe me, and I was like, "I'm telling you, I went over this other car and I sat in there for 10 minutes. I played my Game Boy."
It would have been real awkward if like the owner of the car came by.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking maybe I should make up that someone came and beat me out. But no, it was it was really weird. I just remember that experience.
I actually
Very
did something.
surreal experience.
I did something almost similar in Hawaii. So do you remember when we went to Best Buy?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Can someone give me the keys to the truck?"
Yeah.
So I was kind of like a bit of space cadet. I was just like, let me just go in the truck, get my wallet so I can buy what I need to buy at Best Buy. So I go to the truck and I try like opening the doors. It's not opening. It just doesn't open at all. I'm like, what's going on? Is the batteries dead or something? And I tried like several times, and then I was like, okay, let me try actually just putting the keys in. I'm at this truck for about 2 minutes trying to fucking squeeze this key in this Jeep that we've rented out for a day.
It was literally like 2 minutes ago we parked it as well.
Yeah. And then after about 2 minutes of fiddling around, guy walks up to me and goes, "What are you doing?" "That's my truck." That's my Jeep. And I look up and I'm like, I found myself at the wrong Jeep. I was trying to I felt so bad because I was trying to get in this Jeep for like a full-on 3-4 minutes. Yeah. And the owner was just like right on the other side, apparently just fucking watching me try to break into his truck.
Oh my God, you're lucky you didn't like fucking call the police.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
You know what makes the story even funnier? Our Jeep was parked, I shit you not, 2 feet from the entrance.
Yeah.
We were literally the first car you would see as you come out. And somehow Garnt did not remember this. Dude, he was in Best Buy for a total of 2 minutes.
And there were only like 3 other cars in this
There
parking
was
lot.
no one else in the parking lot. How the fuck did you fuck that up?
I don't know. There was one.
God.
I looked up. I saw one big ass car in front of me, and I looked down. And I was like, I just assumed in my head, oh, that must be mine. How many big ass cars could there possibly be?
Was it the exact same model?
It wasn't the exact same model, but it was the same. It was the same color. It was the same color, and it was also a Jeep.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
It was close enough. It was close
It's
enough.
funny
in
to
my
think
mind.
that while we were all standing around the
Yeah,
Jeep,
we were literally-
being
yeah.
like, where the fuck's
Yeah,
Garnt? He's got the keys. He's trying to jack someone else's
We
car.
were at our Jeep waiting for Garnt to come back. We were literally in this Best Buy for 5 minutes. Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, we wondered, where did you go?
Yeah.
And you did like, yeah, Noah. We're like, oh, okay. Okay, all right, sure. You shouldn't have the energy to explain it.
Yeah.
I was fucking knackered, but
Yeah. Cycling,
Cycling,
fun.
eh?
I had a cycleathon.
Hell yeah.
how was that?
Yeah, it was fun. So we cyclists do own the road, Joey. Actually, people get so annoyed about that a lot of the time because some people would. So if you didn't know, which I'm sure most of you already know, cycled for 9 days, did a whole lap of Kyushu, to raise money for charity and streamed it. And Chris is making a video as well, which probably won't be out. This one definitely won't be out by the time this airs. But look out for that, and there'll be a video on my channel as well about it. If you did miss it, but yeah, we streamed all day, every day, raising money for the IDF.
Congratulations, man!
And we
Yeah,
raised
you guys.
$555,000 for charity, which
Hell
is
yeah.
200 and something thousand more dollars than we raised last time.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy seeing how everyone was just really into it this time. Like, it was like last time we kind of dropped it like a week before.
Yeah,
And people were like, what? Like, what are you cycling across? What? This is a weird stream. But yeah, people were super ready for it this time.
Yeah.
We added a bit more tech to it. I had a Fitbit the whole time that showed you my heart rate and my calories burned. So
oh shit!
I thought it was just trying to gamify it. There was so much stuff on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we had
it looked like a fucking Breath of the Wild HUD.
It was literally like you're watching a man cycling video game.
Yeah.
Like it was like,
It's like biking simulator.
Yeah,
I wanted to bring the gaming aspect of it
Yeah.
that Twitch is known for.
of course.
And yeah, it went super well. It was hard. Fucking hell, it was so much harder.
How was
Yeah,
it
I
compared
bet.
to the first cycleathon?
Yeah, I thought we had tough hills in Hokkaido, and I was wrong. We had way tougher hills.
Oh
in
yeah, because
Kyushu.
Kyushu's mad hilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. Most days were, I think in Hokkaido, we had one day that was 600 meter incline total. And that was the hardest day.
Right.
And then on average, I think we had around, and that was just one day. And most days, I think, ended up being around 200, 300 meters of incline. That means like over the course of the day, you would have gone up a total
Vertically,
of 300 meters vertically.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
probably down 300 meters vertically. In Kyushu, it was on average about 500 to 600.
Damn.
And that's a big difference that doesn't sound crazy because we were cycling on average anywhere between 90 to 100 kilometers a day. And that doesn't sound like a lot of incline compared to the distance we're doing.
You're basically climbing a small mountain every day.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So for perspective, the Eiffel Tower is 300 meters.
Yeah.
So we would sometimes be doing double.
You're basically almost climbing like Tokyo Skytree every day.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
Burj Khalifa is 800 meters
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
So that's like,
Tokyo Skytree is 643 meters.
we one day was 900 meters.
Oh, damn.
So one day we did the Burj Khalifa and a little bit of the Eiffel Tower on top.
Yeah.
So just to like the perspective of like how high we would have to go up and then go down with the distance.
Right.
And so like the thing is that if the incline is kind of like, we have like an incline that's like that. It's like, okay, well, if that's an incline over 10 kilometers, it's like you can do it. Like it's a little bit tough, but you can do it. But the problem is that when you get to inclines, they're all like this.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't cycle up that.
Yeah.
Like maybe if I was in the Tour de France and like people would, dude, I got so many annoying messages that I snapped and got so angry at. They were like, just use lower gear. And I'm like, no shit, just lose the lower gear. You think I'd cycled 9 days and I hadn't figured out how to fucking use my gears?
They say while they sit in their gaming chairs.
I went off so many times. Like, fuck you, tell me to use the lower gear. I'm in the lowest gear my bike has and I can't get up this shit.
Eating their Cheetos.
Yeah.
And, and that's when it would like, because we had a pretty like, the objective was every day is that for like generally for safety, we need to be done by sundown just so that we're not on the road
At
when it's
night,
night.
yeah.
Because like,
Yeah.
yeah, we have lights and stuff, but it's just like, you can't see potholes well, you can't see stuff well. I think I said it the last time we talked about it. So every day we had to be done. So it was like, some days where we would have the hill right at the start, and we would have done like 1/5 of the distance over half the day.
Right.
Because we would have to stop and walk for an hour just to get over one hill, which
Yeah.
is like 1.5 kilometers.
Right.
Because there was one hill that was, I think it was a 500-meter hill continuously, and we had to walk up all of it over 2 kilometers because it was just too steep.
Yeah.
And then the downhill was amazing, but it's like it wastes so much time. So on top of that, you're also knackered all day. You're just tired, and then you gotta do this shit. And then the weather was so bad. We had such bad weather this time.
Really?
I thought Kyushu in March was pretty decent weather. It was like kind of, it's April, May, and June is where it starts to rain a lot.
Yeah.
Mainly May and
Yeah.
June
May, June, yeah.
is where it gets crazy. And I thought, okay, if we go March, we can miss it because it won't be too cold, it won't be too hot, and hopefully shouldn't be too much rain. Day 1, I think we had rain, and then I think day 2 we didn't have any rain, and then I think day 3 we didn't have rain, but day 4 we had like, oh, it was awful.
Torrential?
It was so bad. It was like Noah's Ark level rain, and it didn't stop the entire day.
Oh my God.
And like, obviously, I'm not gonna like. I was complaining a lot on stream. Obviously, I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck this shit. Fuck this. This fucking sucks. This
Yeah.
is lame. This is shit." Because you're like, you're cycling, and then the moment we left, like, I mean, let me actually show you a little clip. Just give you some context.
It's raining so hard all day.
This doesn't look fun at all. This looks miserable. Yeah, we might be the first cyclists to ever drown today. It's fine, kind of getting wet because it's like whatever. But
Yeah.
you don't realize how fucking hard it is on your body when you're wet for 9 hours.
Yeah.
Like you're actually just drenched for 9 hours, and even
Vessies
in our
didn't
breaks, Vessies, I did not use Vessies. These cycling shoes, but like the shoes get waterlogged right away.
Yeah, yeah,
So like
yeah.
the whole day, even when you get off the bike and let's say we have lunch, like we're walking around and we can't change because like we're just doing it. And I don't, even if we did change, it doesn't matter.
It's gonna get wet again.
You're gonna get wet again anyway.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a warm day. It was like 16 degrees. So you're just freezing the whole day. And the only time you feel kind of good is when you're cycling, because you kind of get a little bit warm. But it's like the mental fatigue that takes on you is like insane. And then on top of that, on the 4th day, I fell over like pretty badly. We were going pretty fast because I just wanted to get going. And then I went onto the pavement or the sidewalk in
Yeah, I
America.
saw the clip.
Yeah, and they had like they have this stuff for blind people. They're like these yellow lines and they get really slippery.
Yeah.
Which feels like such a fuck you to blind people in the rain. They get really slippery, especially with tires. I went over it, bike just fucking went under me.
It's not much, but it's honest work. You're the Ow! Thank you so much. Fuck! Keep up the amazing and inspiring.
Oh, fuck! And so I just fell on my leg. It was like bleeding and stuff, and I was like, fuck. And we had only done like 1/3 of the day, and I was like, God, I can't. I don't want to do this, man. This fucking sucks. And I fell over again later on. Oh, there's somebody else cycling. What are they doing? Why are they cycling? Again? God damn it, again. I stopped at a light and my bike got stuck in like where the pavement kind of joins the road.
Yeah.
Right.
It was kind of like a little bit ditch, and normally your bike would be fine taking it, but when the rain, it just doesn't have any grip, and it just fell over, and I just went face forward over the
shit.
bike, and then I really hurt my wrist. But I didn't want to complain about it on stream because I don't want people to worry that I was like doing it unsafely or anything. I mean, I was fine. I was doing it, but it was just tough. But that day we raised a lot of money.
Yeah, I
Because people felt sorry for me.
I saw like a graph of like the money raised.
Oh yeah, there was a money raised in the 4th day. It was like an anomaly.
Yeah.
It was just because it was the most depressing shit. It was so depressing, and I was just on the verge of tears because it was just such a mentally draining day to just have to do that. And then like,
How did Chris take it?
I think Chris just powered through. He was listening to Stalin audiobooks. He was.
The dichotomy.
I think Chris was like. I think I was obviously miserable as well for Chris, but I think Chris was just like, the one thing about that I think is kind of nice for Chris is that if he wants to not be on the stream and he wants to just cycle and just listen to the audiobook or listen to the music,
Just
he can
shut your brain off.
he can just do that, which
Zone
I think
out.
is nice. Whereas I always have to think about like, all right, the stream, as well as obviously, cycling. And that was and another tough thing that comes with the rain, which is like it's like, they're both equally as frustrating, is that the the tech that we're using does not want to get wet at all. And so like we have to use like weird ass water coverings, and that's a problem because that overheats everything.
Yeah.
So halfway through the day, like I couldn't check my phone or anything. So I was streaming without seeing the chat or any of the donations. So I for like the last 2 hours, I couldn't see anything. I didn't know if we had signal. I didn't know if the stream was working. My bag was getting soaked, which is worrying because then even though I had a water cover for it,
The electronics,
it was like, it wasn't doing anything because the rain was so bad and we were in it for so long that it was like, it didn't matter. The water was getting through somehow. And so you're like, oh my God, I can't see chat. This equipment might be broken. I don't even know if it's working. It might not even survive to the next day. And then I can't see the phone. I can't see anything. And I'm just kind of talking to the camera. And half the time I wasn't even talking. So I was just so like miserable and sad that I couldn't see anything. And I had to go up a fucking hill in the rain. It was so shit. I hated it all. And that was like a day where I just like, the next day I was like, I can't believe I have to get back on the bike.
Yeah.
Like, that was like horrible. And like my leg was swollen because I'd fallen on it pretty badly.
Yeah.
And it was still kind of bleeding and stuff. But I mean, it was like kind of stinging, but it was like fine to cycle on. And luckily the next day, thank God, it was sunny. And it was like, felt like oh my God, there is a God.
God smiled down
I'm about
on
to be
you.
religious because this felt like if there was another rainy day after that, I think I would have lost it.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the kind of cycle, we didn't really have any terrible weather. It's kind of like we'd get a little bit of rain for an hour, it would stop. And then we get a little bit of rain. Maybe the clouds would come in. We never really had sunny days. We had like one day where it was sunny, which kind of sucked because Hokkaido was pretty much all clear skies until like 1 or 2 days. It sucked. But I mean, obviously you shouldn't cycle in that weather normally.
Yep.
Obviously, if we were smart, we would have planned it so we could just be like, nope, not cycling today.
Yeah.
But
We'll
also,
take a break day.
but also I feel like the kind of the morale of it is like, and the whole like reason that I think the viewers, well, in my mind, it's like this, my weird stream of mine, like, it's like you do it through the good and the bad times, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
That's
exactly.
what makes it like.
Well,
It's the adventure, right?
yeah.
Well, that's why on that day people donated like
I
the
think
most
so,
money aside
right?
from like the last day, you know. And yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah, and that was a miserable day as well because Chris insisted we go to McDonald's, and I was still wet and cold, and I was like, "Can we take it to go?" And Chris was like, "No, let's eat inside." And I was like, oh, "Fine." So I'm in this McDonald's, I'm soaking wet, and I'm just eating cheeseburgers, and my leg is bleeding. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just want to go back to the fucking, let's just get out of here. I don't want to be in this. We had a 40-minute drive to the Airbnb. It was of course, the day where I wanted to get back quickest. It was the one day where the drive was super far away.
Yeah.
Because we were in the middle of nowhere in Kyushu. It was like, we were like in a place called Izumi, which is like a town that has like one hotel and it was fully booked. So we had to drive 30 minutes into some like villa. And it was very nice, but it was like, just like, you were like, come on. By the time I finally managed to get a bath, it was like 9 p.m.
Jeez.
And I was soaked the whole day, and I was like shaking and freezing. It was miserable. But I was really glad I did it. Holy fuck, was it hard? It was hard. It was hard. Very
You
difficult.
can do another one?
I don't know. We'll see.
After all that.
Like, I think I would like to do another one, but I want to think about how I can maybe mix it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think there's
Unicycle. Tricycle.
Oh my God. I do have
Scooter.
I do have no.
If you're having a scooter, call me and Garnt. We'll be happy to join for that
I
one.
have a pretty solid idea if I was to do it again, how I want to improve it and how I want to mix it up. I think if I did do another one, I have an idea. But it was good, and I think people really enjoyed it. The viewership was generally higher for this one.
And I think it kind of lined up really well because you were able to like promote it on the Streamer Awards.
Yeah, I was about
which-
to say, yeah.
Congratulations on winning the best philanthropic
Event. Yeah.
philanthropic
I
event.
learned that word for the event as well. I think a lot of people were surprised. Me too. I think everyone expected Jack to win. I think Jack was being. Well, to say Jack, Sean.
Yeah.
It's so annoying that he has two names.
Yeah.
Sean, God damn it, man. Why is Jack such an easy name to say as well? Jack. No, Sean's great. Sean's awesome. And I think if Sean promoted it more, he easily would have won.
I think so.
I think Sean was like, I think Connor's a nice guy. I don't know if this one. I don't know. But I also wouldn't have been mad if, I wouldn't have been upset because I was in Thanksmas as well.
Yeah.
Which was the other event I was up against. I think because a lot of people were expecting you know, there were other people nominated as well, but I think everyone was expecting Thanksmas to win because it was just such
I mean, just the pure fact that you were even nominated is like
Yeah.
insane. you know?
I was
You were nominated for 2 categories.
I was shocked that I was nominated in Variety Streamer, which I didn't expect to win either because it was XQC was in the same category.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a different ballpark of viewership, and you know, his audience watches the Streamer Awards and knows it.
Yeah.
So I think I was honored to win anything. I thought it was hype.
How was the event itself?
It was fun. The Streamer Awards was really fun. There was so much drama that happened afterwards as well.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Saw it all on Twitter.
Yeah.
I saw the fucking kid that's everywhere came up to me. You know the kid who's
The
in
Bill Clinton
Bill
kid?
the Bill Clinton kid.
Wait, he was there?
Yeah, he crashed it.
Of course he did.
No, but he didn't get in. He was outside.
Yeah.
So after the event ended, we went outside, and I was waiting for my Uber to go to the after party because there's always an after party for everything. We were waiting there, and the Bill Clinton kid comes up to me, but he's dressed as Boba Fett, right? If you don't know who the Bill Clinton kid is, he's this guy who just like video bombs stars and events. He's a very weird kid.
Yeah, the first time I'd heard about him was at the Game Awards.
Yeah, he
where-
came up with the fucking Elden Ring Japanese team.
Yeah.
And then he starts going on about Bill Clinton, Orthodox Reformed rabbi or something. It was such a random, it was very bizarre. It was a very weird.
I don't know why he's turning up to all these award
And
ceremonies.
now he's kind of he's a meme because he's everywhere. He's in
Yeah.
everything.
It's like
Yeah.
spotting the Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he came up and he was in this Boba Fett costume and his face, he was all covered up. And he started talking, and I immediately could suss out who it was from the voice.
Right.
And I was like, oh, you're the Bill Clinton kid. He shoved his camera in my face and was like, where's Hassan? Where's Hassan?
Right.
And I was like, what? It's like literally here with the flash on. And I was like,
Bro, got paparazzi.
yeah.
man.
And I just was like, get closer. And I put my face in his phone because I was just like, I was like, what the fuck does this kid want? And I was like, yeah, he'll come out. And then he finally, I think he got bored because I wasn't like pissed off.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, cool. Yeah. Put the phone in my face. That's fine. Bro. And then, he left and then kept harassing everyone else.
Bro,
I don't get it, man.
streamers have got paparazzi now?
No, not paparazzi. Just him.
Just him.
There's no paparazzi.
He is the paparazzi of Twitch.
It's fun though. I mean, it was a good, like, I got to meet a lot of other streamers. I didn't know, I was surprised a lot of them knew of me. I was like, oh, thanks, man.
Well, I mean,
it's a
like the
small community,
the
right?
streaming community is pretty small.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really.
Once you're in, you're in. I
But
Yeah.
like I don't really collab with a lot of the LA crowd. I
Yeah,
just
but-
kind of do
yeah.
my thing.
Yeah, but a lot of them like know of you, right?
guess so,
And
yeah,
it's
I
like,
guess
you
so.
know,
It's-
it definitely helps your like homies with Ludwig. And
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's like, you know, the YouTube scene back in 2012 or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure all of the top YouTubers knew of all of the other top YouTubers now. And now, like, there could be a guy with 10 million subscribers that I literally have never heard of in my life. You know? Have you ever like gone to a fresh YouTube account and just like seen the recommendations? It's so weird
Yeah.
to see so many videos with like 100 million views, 200 million views, and some different YouTubers with like tens of millions of
It's just 'cause
subscribers.
it's like a global platform.
Yeah, and you just like
yeah.
never heard of them ever, you know?
True.
I think it's just because it's different hours and amount of content that is consumed and by how much, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's why. But no, it was a good event overall, and I enjoyed it. There was they brought out like macaroni and cheese and chicken nuggets for the dinner.
That's a streamer diet right
Of
there.
course that is.
Yeah,
That's a gamer diet if I've ever heard one in my life.
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, it was kind of over pretty quickly, but it was very fun, and I went pretty much just for that, and then the after party was fun, and then it got ended really early because another content creator got too drunk, and
Yeah.
all the police were called. No, police, ambulances and stuff. I don't know what happened. All I know is that I was chilling, and I tried to stop the person from going in the pool.
Yep.
And then I was like, all right, go off. No, I think I left actually, and then next thing I knew, the security was like, get out. No one's allowed in. And I was like, what?
Damn.
I was eating the burgers. There's free burgers.
How long did the party go on for?
Like 3 hours.
Okay.
It was like from, I want to say like 9, 10. No, not even that. It was like 2 hours till like before midnight, and then just ended.
Right.
Yeah, and then it kind of all just fizzled out. Yeah, it was weird.
Damn.
It was a very bizarre night.
It was weird hearing things through the grapevine, you know?
Yeah, because we ended up in like this weird, like everyone was like, go here now, because like when the main party, like if you ever had this experience where you've gone to a party, this is like a very like when there's too many people and there's a venue,
Yeah.
like, and then the venue say like they shut at 10 or they shut at 11. Everyone's like, where do we go next? And then everyone kind of scatters and tries to like hear, where are you going? Where are you going? So we ended up going to this like club, and we just couldn't get in because it was full. And we were just standing outside for like 10 minutes, like, what the fuck are we doing? I was like, this sucks. Let's just go, let's just leave. And then someone was like, no, wait, there's this other place. And apparently there was this, this is going to blow your mind. I'd never heard of this. There was this house that was a credit card, and the amount of credit you were allowed to have was based on how much social media following you had.
What?
That is the most LA thing I've heard in my life.
Yeah, it was called, I think it's called Carrot with a K.
As
Carrot credit card.
As if people aren't clout chasers enough, man. Now
Carrots
there's
or
like a
something.
monetary value that you can get with a credit card.
It's like, don't worry, boys. I'm paying with clout
Yeah.
right now.
This is
yeah, you're literally paying with clout.
It's like cash or credit? Yeah. Clout, actually.
Clout.
a new credit card for TikTokers, YouTubers, Instagrammers who can't get one from the bank. So
Can't get one on the bank.
what I think it is like they just give probably like outrageous. What's the word? APIs? Is that what it is? No. What's APRs.
Yes.
Credit APRs. They probably just give. I think they just give outrageous credit. Like if you miss it, you get absolutely fucked by them.
Yeah.
And they hand them out. And it was like a house. It was like their house. And I don't know like how this all came about, because like it was just a house, like a mansion. And it had branding of this thing everywhere. And we all just showed up, and there was White Claws. And I don't think they knew. I don't think that was the plan. It was really weird. And I showed up, and it was just bizarre.
Wait, so hold on. I'm confused as to how this like credit system works. So it's like we got
Back to the credit thing.
I'm more interested
thing.
in that. So it's like you say. So it's based on how many social media followers you have.
Yeah.
And so it's like, is there like a conversion rate of like, one
like,
follower is 1 cent, or like,
but like, is there like a TikTok currency versus a YouTube currency versus, because like TikTok followers
let me give you an example.
is not the same as YouTube subscribers.
is
you
there
know?
like an exchange rate based on like which platform it is?
So I have
Like,
an article here. And,
Yeah.
this is from someone called Way. This is like their experience with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
While Way was unable to share the specific criteria for approval, he says that there are general follower accounts that Carrot looks at for applicants. YouTubers should generally have at least 100,000 followers. Instagrammers should have at least 125 followers, and TikTokers should have a whopping 2.5 million followers.
Okay.
Way estimates that the average cardholder has an annual income of more than $500,000.
So TikTok is like the Vietnamese dong of. It's like the digit is larger, but it's worth less.
It's like the Venezuelan dollar. And I think,
the
again,
Zimbabwe
so I think
dollar.
they just analyze how much money, like, I think YouTube, they just look at your ad rev, and they're just like, okay, you can have this much.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's a really stupid idea.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So, and probably something Silicon Valley dreamed up, and is absolutely a fucking stupid idea. But they had a house, and I think everyone went there afterwards, and it was much smaller. And so a bunch of people were there, and like I drank a White Claw, and I was like, dude, I was like, I'm done. I was like, I just want to go sleep.
Wait, you didn't sign up for the card?
No one had to.
Oh,
it was
didn't have
literally
to.
just you turn up, and it was just that brand's house.
Oh.
Why they had a house, I don't know.
Oh, wait, so it's not like a physical card.
No, it is a physical card.
Oh, right.
But like this house is just like the house for influencers or parties or something.
I get it.
Yeah.
So we turned up, and it was just this thing, and it was the most shittest thing ever. It was just a mansion for this thing. It just felt like what a waste of money for this company.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I know about it, and we're talking about it, so maybe they got their money's worth from that one party. But what a fucking stupid idea for a business.
Can we get like a mortgage out with that? Like, can I apply for like a mortgage?
Can I have a clout mortgage?
Yeah.
Clout
Like,
mortgage.
instead of sending over your
but
bank statements.
the interest rate's pretty insane.
Yeah.
They're like, ooh,
So
you
you're gonna get at least 2,000
Yo,
followers a
actually,
month.
I need your analytics right now. Can you send over your analytics?
Actually,
Get this
your
mortgage
PR is
approved?
not great, and you could fall off at any moment. So, gonna not.
I need you to
Yeah.
increase your CPM by at least $1 by the next month.
Have you ever been cancelled?
Yeah.
Please. you know,
can't apply
you know,
for
like
it?
the customs declaration form
Yeah.
where you like declare, like, are you bringing in firearms, narcotics? It's just like in 10 years, there's just gonna be, have you ever been cancelled before?
I'm sorry,
many-
we're gonna have to deny your visa. I'm sorry.
How many cancellation attempts has been made in the past year? Please write down a number. Use the lower bracket to explain in more detail. It's like, where are we going right now, man?
Oh my God.
Holy shit. But yeah, it was so weird.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was so weird because, you know, obviously only you went, and just obviously like the drama happened, and like seeing you mentioned, like because I can't imagine what it is like to be at the center of streamer drama, because it's kind of like high school.
I mean, I wasn't really involved. I just happened to stop the person from jumping in the pool one time.
Right.
Yeah, and just like hearing your name as part of this, gossip that was like being
What is our boy doing?
being thrown around.
It's like seeing your friend's name in TMZ. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
That's kind of what it felt like. I was just like, Connor, what's going on? And
What did he do?
And it was just like, someone just gave him like Chinese whispers, where it was like some people were just like, oh, Connor.
Yeah, people were like assuming it was a different Connor, and people were like saying different things to what actually happened. And I was like, whoa, hold on, that's not what happened. yeah. They were like, they're trying to throw Connor in the pool. And I was like, no. I was trying to stop them from jumping in the pool.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is different to them trying to throw me in the pool. Well,
Yeah.
I think so, at least.
Yeah, so you've been to America?
Yeah, it was literally
twice?
like I went to America. I had 1 day back.
Yeah.
And then I went cycling for 9 days. And I had 1 day back. And then I went to Hawaii. And now I've got a few days back. And then I'm taking my parents around a little bit of Japan.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm paying rent. I'm kind of just scamming myself.
Yeah, you
And,
really
and
are.
last year we spent a total of like how long in Japan? Because we spent a lot of it in America and traveling
Yeah.
around.
like half a year. At
half a
most.
year.
Well, I'm going to try and at least have like 1 or 2 months this year where I just don't leave Japan.
You say that.
Well, I already, or at least make it so the visits out of Japan are short.
Yeah.
Except for probably when we go to America again for AX and stuff like that.
Yeah. we're going to Joey's not going to join us this time though.
I'm going to
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
You're going to Vietnam. Low key, actually really fucking jealous. Actually really jealous that
I'm
you
going
get
to
to
send
go.
you all the moped pics.
Gonna be like, damn that Joey.
God damn it.
Here I am in America again for the 50th time. And Joey is back enjoying Vietnam.
in America, back home with the free. That's me.
Maybe I'll ride around in a Vespa in America. Who knows? And just get run off the road.
Yeah.
Are you
Right.
scared to go back in America after being grilled at TSA again?
Oh yeah, fucking hell! Like
You
I
got fucking diddled.
I had like my guard down this time we went to Hawaii. I don't know why, just because we've been to America so many times that I'd forgotten how intense it could get.
Yeah, you're in like hardest difficulty of papers, please. Like you were just like you were struggling.
Yeah, John had
Yeah.
all the correct paperwork, and they still grilled him.
Yeah, I had all the correct paperwork. And I was like, it's Hawaii. People are chill here. It's an island. It's a tropical country. I know how things work. People are very chill. My border control officer was not chill.
Well, okay, to paint the scene, right? I'm at the front of our 3-man line.
Yes.
And there's 3 desks.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is 2 men who look quite intimidating, and they just don't look happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's this woman who seems very pleasant and is talking very friendly to all the people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm in my head, I'm like, man, I sure as hell I hope I get the very pleasant woman.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Sure enough, I go to the pleasant woman. 2 seconds. She's like, what are you here for? Business. What are you doing? Podcast. Cool. Bye. Have fun
Yes.
in Hawaii. I was like, sick.
Yes.
So I go downstairs because you're not allowed to wait. And I'm just sitting there like fuck, it's been like 30 minutes. Where the fuck are these boys?
Yes.
There's no way they're grilling them for 30 minutes because the line wouldn't fucking move.
Well, I mean,
Where are they?
I always get grilled when I go to the States because of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Esther thing.
Yeah, so I rock up. I see Connor having an easy time. I'm like, yeah, it's chill. It's Hawaii. And I give my passport. He asks, so what are you here for? I say business. And he goes, what are you doing? Podcast. Exactly the same answer as Connor said. But he went further. He was like, what kind of podcast? What do you do? And I was just like, have a podcast where we kind of talk about...
No, see, this is where you fucked up. You're already saying too much. One-word answers. You got to say one-word answers.
Yeah.
You just say anime.
Anime?
You fucking lie.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just like...
Well, no, okay, don't lie.
Yeah,
but-
don't lie. Don't lie.
But like, simplify. Don't talk to them.
Yeah, because the guy asked me as well, and I just said Japan culture stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. 3 words.
The
Short and
more
sweet.
you talk, the more they'll talk to you.
Yeah,
This,
right.
this is a trick with TSA chat, right? I'm telling you, this is because I figured this out. If you start like, I guess I talk about anime and stuff, and he's like, well, actually, I want to trash taste. You don't talk about anime at all.
That's literally what it felt like. I felt like I was in like a Phoenix Wright where he was just like, there's a lie here somewhere.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a contradiction. And
Yes, you just be calm.
Yeah.
Short, simple answers. They'll be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, because it's so
Again,
fun.
like we okay. Just to preface, this is obviously ensuring you have all the documentation.
Yes.
Because they're still going to grill you because it's part of their job.
Which we did,
But,
of
but
course.
you can just make this easier by just kind of
Yeah.
being simple, being frank. Don't open up the fucking essay.
Yeah. See, because like I was kind of, I already knew because every time I go to the US, I always have to get sent to the secondary.
Joey always
chat
gets
room.
sent to the
Joey
So I'm
knows.
like, I knew. I was just like, you know what? I'm just waiting for him to be like, come to the back with me. So I was, kind
What does it
of.
look like? What does the back
Yeah.
room look like? What's the nicest back room you've been to?
Honestly, probably the Hawaii one.
There's like Fiji water. Or
Yeah, no, not even. But it was so funny because like I got sent to the back room in the Hawaii one as I always do, and they're like, all right, just sit here and wait.
Joey's already used to this.
Yeah, this is like not my first rodeo at all. And I was just chilling there, just waiting for my name to be called, just hanging out, watching these other people who clearly look like they're shitting their pants. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
first time.
First day. All right, guys.
I'm a veteran. Don't worry about it. And there's TSA's officers walking back and forth, and one of them stops and just like looks at me dead in the eyes, and I'm like, "You gonna call my name? Am I good to go?" And he just goes, "Is Aki with you today?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "All right," and he just walks off, and I'm like, "Please." Put the good word in for me. You know who I am. And sure enough, like 30 seconds later, same guy walks out and he goes, all right, you're good to go.
Oh.
And I was like, my man.
He's like, I can
soft.
vouch. He's cool.
Meanwhile, as I'm in that first part in the line with the three of us, I'm just waiting for the guy to like just tell me the inevitable. And I'm hearing in on Garnt's conversation.
Oh,
and he's like,
grilling him.
so there's this thing called yen press, yeah? And I'm like, what conversation did it come to where you have to explain a manga publishing company to a TSA officer? like what did he ask you? Did you get to that point?
He basically, so I know the exact moment where I was just like, I fucked up, basically. Because he was asking me all the questions and, that was fine. But he just kept going, right? Because I feel like he was looking for some
hole in your story.
Some kind of hole, something he can grab onto.
Yeah.
So he asked me, what do? I said, anime and manga podcast. And he was like, what are you here for? I was like, anime convention. And he was like, what's the anime convention? And he was like, KawaiiCon. And then he goes, so where's KawaiiCon taking place? What's the address?
Dude. Actually, while I was going through my thing, I heard you being grilled of like, how will you get there?
Yeah.
How will you know where you're going?
And to be fair, I was actually like, I wasn't panicking. I was actually like pretty calm. I was just like, sorry about this. Let me go check it now. And I was normally I change my SIM card to like a SIM card that works in American with American data after I land. And so I was like, let me check it quickly. No, I would just like connect to the Wi-Fi. He's like, there's no Wi-Fi. You cannot check your phone. There is no Wi-Fi. And I was just like, is it okay if I change my SIM card? He was like, no. What is the address? I need to know now. And I'm just like,
holy fuck.
I'm like,
He's
dude.
fucking playing Danganronpa,
In my mind, I was like, dude, chill. Chill.
You could have just been like, someone else in my party knows.
Yeah. So that's literally what I did. And he was like, he looks behind and he was like, is he with you? And this obviously wasn't a good look.
He's gonna like fucking drag Joey over.
Yeah.
Get over here.
This obviously wasn't a good look. Being me, he's like, he sees me and he sees my mate, Joey, also being grilled. What's he going to be taking?
The guy who's going to take it to the back room.
Yeah, the guy getting taken.
That's your mate?
The guy taken to the back room. He's like, that's your boy? That's your boy right there?
Yeah, as I'm walking to the back, I was like, oh, it's Honolulu College. Yeah. By the way.
Yeah, I'm like, Joey, what's the convention center called again? And he's
Honolulu Convention Center.
And it's the Honolulu Convention Center. And I was like, oh, it's the Honolulu Convention Center. And he was just like, how are you gonna get there? How?
Yeah, I heard him grilling you.
Yeah. He kept asking me, how am I going to get there? And I'm like,
how the fuck else am I going to
and
get there?
I didn't know what he was asking for. So I was like, I thought he meant, where are you staying? So I was like,
oh no, like how, like are you getting a taxi or something?
Yeah. And he was, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a taxi to the modern Honolulu, which is where I'm staying beforehand. And he's like, no, how are you gonna get there? And I was just like, what? What? I don't understand.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't understand what you're looking for,
dude. Like sometimes occasionally a pretty normal question is, do you have any cash on you?
Yeah.
So they can shake you.
That's what the guy asked me.
Yeah.
They ask you that because they want to know if, like, I guess if you need to do something,
Yeah.
you can,
Do you know what got me through?
What?
Because actually, if this wasn't my first time in America, I probably would have been shitting myself.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I know he's just doing his job.
Well, the thing is, right,
trying to
you
intimidate you.
The lawyer told me this as well. Like, you have all the documentation.
Yeah.
You've done everything correct. Like,
Yeah.
they're just trying to intimidate you. Like,
Yeah,
they if you have all the documentation
Yeah.
and you haven't said anything that's breaches your like terms of that visa or whatever, then they shouldn't do anything.
Yeah, really. I mean, like in my mind, I was just like,
this is not legal. This is not legal advice, by the way. This is not legal advice. It's not legal advice.
Yeah, if this is my like I said, if this is my first time, I definitely would have been shitting myself. But I was just like, oh, this is very much an inconvenience right now, and I know it was just because I could have easily been solved if I had data on my phone, and it just was one of the airports that did not have Wi-Fi at the border. So I was just in a little sticky situation, but it was pretty cool.
Always have the address.
How I wanted. Do you know how I won him over?
Why?
Started complaining about LAX.
Oh. Wait, how did that even come up?
What's your least favorite airport?
because he asked me, is this your first time in America? And I'm like, no. Fly to LA all the time. I just did a tour of America as well. This I've been to the border enough times. Obviously he's like checking that as well. And he's like, oh, how does this airport compare to
he asked you that?
He asked me that. He asked me that. And I'm just like, I'm gonna lie to you. This is way better. This is such a good airport, officer.
What the fuck? Why would he care?
And he looks around and he goes, really? And then I just start going off an LAX.
Like,
he's just like,
officer.
and I'm just like, you do not know how good this is compared to LAX. My God, if
thank God he didn't ask me. I'd have been like, bro, this airport is a dog. I'd have been like, he'd have been like denied. B tier? What?
Yeah. And as soon as I was like going off my LAX, he just looks at it and goes, all right, you can go through. Hope it's not too hard. I was just doing my job. I was like, yeah, totally understand.
He said that?
Yeah, totally understand, man. Totally understand you're just doing your job.
At least he said that.
Oh, yeah. At least he said that. You know,
he was pretty loud with you there. I don't know if it's doing his job. He got a little something out of that, I think.
He was
pretty loud.
He was definitely being very loud and, in my opinion, very excessive. I think my monk training kind of like came through. Maybe like exuded onto him somehow, because he was grilling me and I was just like, you know, I'm sorry, man. I can't check it right now. I'll be real with you.
I come here in peace.
Yeah, the fucking line through LAX, dude. I watched 2 episodes of Made in Abyss while I waited in the immigration line.
God.
I'm not because dude, it's so shit.
It is shit.
It's so bad how like understaffed LAX is, and like I'm like, this is so stupid that I can watch an hour of anime in the fucking line.
And you got to like the officer, and you just like, I'm sorry, officer. I just watched Made in Abyss.
It's a banger episode. By the way.
I think I was on like episode 10 of season 2 as well, and I was like, fuck, this is heating up. I watched Made in Abyss season 2. That was great.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Anime talk. It was good.
Yeah. Anime talk. Yeah.
Very. Wait, how far are we in?
Hour and 30.
I guess we can do anime talk.
Okay, we can do a little bit of anime.
Actually,
let's not talk about the anime.
Okay, sure.
So what was the first thing you did after you got off to Hawaii? Since me and Joey just went off and rested. And what did you do, Connor?
What did I do?
You went to go see a certain movie, I believe.
Oh, you went in Hawaii. Yeah. So John Wick 4 doesn't release in Japan until September.
All right.
Which is like, what the fuck? Why is it just how long does it take to make subtitles?
Yeah.
Like that's like 6 months.
Translators are crying right now.
Some of the scenes are in Japanese. Like what I don't understand why it's taking so long to get John Wick 4 out. And so like I'm a massive fan of the John Wick series. I've watched like every single one in the cinema when it came out. I fucking loved it. They're great. I think they're like the best action, I guess, what would it be called? It's not a sequel or trilogy. It's a quadrilogy. It's like series. It's the best action movie series I think we've had in like, for such a long time. Like, and even some of the greats of action movies, like I think this holds up, if not is better than a lot of my favorite action movies.
Damn.
Yeah.
And so I was, and John Wick 4 looked insane. They had such an insane cast of just goats. And so I was super pumped for it. And I realized, okay, well, it's the week after John Wick comes out in America. We're in Hawaii, and there's got to be a theater in Hawaii. Sure enough, there was one right next to the hotel. So the moment I found out that we were, like the time we were arriving at like 12, I booked the cinema for 2 p.m. I was like, I'm going straight to John Wick the moment I land. So we got in. So I booked 3 seats to John Wick. Right?
You booked 3 seats.
I booked 3 seats because I was like, if somebody last minute wants to join, they can join. If not, I get the extra 2 next to me because it was like packed.
Yeah.
Of course, because everyone wants to watch John Wick because it's John fucking Wick. You want to watch it. So I had like, they were like recliner chairs too. Dude, theaters in America are so fucking good.
They are.
The food was insane at this theater. I got a chili dog, and I was fearing for the worst, that it was going to be like the spray chili. It was like actual cheese and
nice.
chili and a great hot dog, and the popcorn was great. It was massive. I was so happy. And so
All your favorite things.
Nobody came with me. No one wanted to watch John Wick 4. Can you believe that?
Well, to be fair, I haven't seen a single John
That's
Wick
fine,
film,
yeah,
so
fine.
Yeah, I haven't seen the third
I will
one
though.
yet.
I will.
Come on.
I will.
Yeah.
And so I just immediately went there, and I was so happy, and it was rammed. So I was kind of happy to have the 2 seats next to me be free. And then one guy tried to sit next to it. He's like, "Oh, is this my seat?" I was like, "It's certainly not your seat." I'm like, boom. It's my seat, buddy.
The Exodia tickets.
I wasn't saying like you couldn't sit next to me. I was just saying like no. It's actually not your seat.
Actually, I booked all these seats for myself.
Which was great because I felt like shit, and also I'd ordered way too much food.
Yeah.
So I had to I was like putting my shit on the other places, and because they gave me this giant ass tray for all this food, and I don't know how I would have managed to eat anything if I had just my lap, because I would have been like, so I just put things away, and it was great. I loved it.
I guarantee everyone else in that cinema was like, "Look at this fat fuck."
Yeah, man. I do, because we hadn't eaten, so I went to town. Like this was like our lunch, breakfast. I was living my best life. It was 3 hours long too. Holy
Fucking
shit!
hell.
It was so good. It was so good. And
so was it the same length as Avatar?
Yeah, no. Avatar was a little longer, I think. Actually, can you believe
Okay.
it?
3.5 hours, right?
It was 3 something. Either way, John Wick was. Normally when you come off a plane, you might be a little sleepy, but
Yeah.
I was no sleep at all. This movie was so fucking good. This is insane. It was such a good film. You guys got to watch it.
Best one out of the 4.
What's your favorite one?
Yeah, what's your John Wick
I
tier
think
list?
John Wick
Yeah.
4 might be my favorite one.
I mean, it's got Donnie Yen. As soon as I saw Donnie Yen,
is so fucking good in it.
Yeah.
And obviously we've talked about how much we like martial arts films.
Yeah.
Donnie
Yeah,
Yen
yeah.
is the GOAT. I never realized, because I don't think I'd ever watched a Donnie Yen film where he speaks a ton of English. His English is cracked. And I think because I think in one of the videos I watched, his mom opened up a martial arts thing in Boston. It was crazy how well all these new characters just fit right in. It really felt like the one that, I guess because it just focused on ending. It didn't, like, some of the lore that they kind of built in some of the other John Wick movies kind of felt a little bit convoluted.
Yeah.
And this one, it was just action. Like, I think he says a total of like 300 or is it 300 or 180 words. Like, he says barely any words in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the action scenes are so goddamn good.
So wait, is this the last film?
This is the last John Wick film.
Right.
At least
Confirmed?
in terms of, yeah. Yeah.
In before John Wick 5.
It is.
is this like an end of Ava kind of deal where it's just
No,
like,
no, it's the last one. At least for like this,
John
like
Wick
this
4.1.
like time period or whatever. Anyway, it's so fucking good, and I was like, it made my week. It made going to Hawaii worth it. I would have gone to Hawaii. I think I would have gone to Hawaii, and if I'd have flew to Hawaii, watched John Wick, got on the flight back that evening, I'd have been happy.
Yeah.
I'd have felt like it was worth it. It was genuinely amazing. Like, it was such a good film.
All right.
Holy fuck! Watch John Wick 4 if you haven't already.
Yeah, honestly, like, you'd think going to Hawaii for the first time, he kind of would not stop talking about like some of the stuff he experienced in Hawaii. But in Hawaii, he just kept talking about his highlight being John Wick 4.
Dude, it was so good. Like, actually, one of the best films I've watched, and so I'm so fucking happy it turned out good. So good. Donnie Yen's the GOAT in it as well. He's so good.
Yeah. Would you like? How do you feel like John Wick stacks up against the classic like action movies? Because I feel like, you know, you had like the classic 80s action movies, and then that kind of
Like the Rambos.
yeah, like the Rambos and like
better.
the Schwarzenegger kind of era. And I feel like action movies are kind of like coming back with like
little bit, yeah.
the whole Fast and Furious franchise, like the John Wick franchise now as well.
To be a little bit of a simp for a moment, like, I mean, Keanu obviously works very hard and has his entire career on like martial arts.
Yeah.
So like, even though he's a great actor, he's also a great stuntman and martial arts person, I guess, practicer. What did you always say? And like, it's like the accumulation of all his career of practicing different elements of stunts and martial arts just coming together. And it's like, I can't think of another like actor who is more like a traditional actor who is invested so much into this kind of space who could pull this off like this. Because like I watch action movies after watching John Wick, and I'm like, holy fuck, the amount of cuts and shaking of the camera is insane. It's like, you watch John Wick and you're like, oh, that was a 30-second uninterrupted camera angle of him just doing an amazing choreographed fight. And it's like, holy fuck.
It's like the old school like Jackie Chan films.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so impressive. And like the mixing of the style like martial arts with like guns is so cool. And it's just like, I personally, I think this is probably like it's John Wick 4 kind of sealed it for me. Where this is like probably my favorite action series of all time.
Right.
Like, I think genuinely for me, maybe not like martial arts, but like for just pure action.
Pure action.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
I genuinely think so. It's
Damn.
so fun. The whole world is fun. The whole assassin world is very fun and engaging. And like, God, it's just so good. Maybe it's recency bias, but fuck,
Yeah.
is it fun?
I don't know why that, every time Keanu Reeves stars in a film, I don't know why I love the fact that Keanu Reeves just plays Keanu Reeves.
He's so dedicated to everything and just the craft of acting.
He's one of the most wholesome persons
right?
on the face of this earth,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's just because you could. Again, I think there's that feeling where like when you watch someone who just loves what they do, and is dedicated to the craft and
is a
just
nice person on top of
Yeah.
all
and is a
that.
great person. Like I
Yeah.
think it's just hard not to just like. I think even if you don't like action or don't care for the John Wick series, I think you can't deny that watching him perform on the screen is just like a delight.
Yeah.
And dude, some of the stunts that he does is like, he's 50, and some of these stunts he's doing is insane. The whole word of the series is just insane. Please watch it if you haven't. I know it's not for everyone, but it is such a delight to watch.
The thing is, though, after I've seen John Wick 1 and 2 at least, it's just ruined any other role that he's played because all I see is John Wick now. I watched like the new Matrix. I'm like, this is just John Wick in the Matrix. I played Cyberpunk 2077. I'm like, it's John Wick in Cyberpunk.
It's Neo cosplaying as John Wick.
Because he just plays. He can
No.
in the best and worst way. It's just like I only see like Keanu Reeves or the John Wick era Keanu Reeves. Which is great. Which I fucking love.
It's
it,
the beard, man.
I think it is the beard.
His look is iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an iconic look.
Just to do martial arts in a suit is just so fucking nice to watch. I don't know why. So
Classy.
good. So good.
Just anything in the suit,
So
man.
fucking sick. God, you should please watch John Wick. So
Oh my god, he was like this all fucking week.
Yeah, I literally, I talked like this just to nobody. They were eating dinner. I was like, guys, John Wick 4, please watch it.
Kind of would have random conversations with people in like the lift, just talking about John Wick 4. That's how dedicated
so
we
good.
was.
It was
Walking
so
on the
good.
left. Have you seen John Wick 4?
Yeah, it's like,
that
how's
guy.
your day going? My day's going great. I just saw John Wick 4.
I'm like the
actually.
precursor to like what the Rick and Morty fans became for John Wick. Like I'm like, have you seen Rick and Morty? You have to watch Rick and Morty.
Oh my god.
I'll get bored of it in a week. But when it comes out in Japan again, I'm gonna go watch it. 100%.
I might have caught up with the.
Fuck yeah, we'll go.
I'll have caught up.
Because then it'll be 6 months and I'll be like, God, I want to watch it again. I know I do. Such a delight, dude. So fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of like a lot of films coming out that interest me, which is rare. We have like the Super Mario Brothers film coming out
I
as
think
well.
I think we're kind of now seeing kind of like the when roughly now is I think when films kind of stop being affected by the pandemic as much.
Yeah.
So I think we're kind of getting more
Getting a
films.
rollout.
Well, it's
Because
just
the past 2 years have been a drought.
It's,
We have not had a lot of films.
it's just nice because the past 2 years, and it doesn't even feel like the past 2 years. It feels like the past like 4 or 5 years. It's just been, hey, Marvel movies, which is great. I enjoyed Endgame. I'm still as much of a Marvel fan even as you can be, even though like Phase 4 has
Bro, they
sucked
botched it. No one
ass,
likes this face.
has sucked ass. And I was hoping Ant-Man would be better. It wasn't. It was.
Did you watch it?
I was going to watch it, and then I saw reviews, and I'm like, okay, this is a plain movie.
Easily
now.
swayed by reviews, eh?
I mean, I kind of am because especially when it comes to like theater, going to the cinema, I want to make sure I'm not wasting my time. You know?
Yeah.
I'm that guy. It's either cinema or I'll watch it at home, or if it's a Marvel movie that's mid, I'll probably watch it on a plane. Which is
fair enough.
what I have been doing with like the rest of the movies this entire phase.
Yeah.
So it just seems like there's not been much.
exciting now.
Yeah, there's not been there for a long time. There just wasn't a lot of choice of films that I wanted to see if it wasn't like a Marvel movie. But now there's like so many films that are like shit.
There's that new the film I want to watch. I think it's coming out this year. Is the Oppenheimer movie?
I really want to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
that. Oh
With,
my god.
What's his name? Oh my god.
Shit. I was literally about to say it. Christopher Nolan. That's it.
Christopher Nolan.
It's Christopher Nolan,
Yeah.
and Oppenheimer's played by.
Christopher Nolan's the
fucking-
goat, dude.
He is.
Oh my god, what's the guy's name? Kai, look it up.
What are you
starts with a K.
thinking of?
Starts with a K. He's the guy in Sunshine.
Oh, the actor.
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy,
Cillian
yeah.
Murphy.
Yeah.
He plays like Oppenheimer, the guy who made the atomic
Yeah,
bomb.
sick.
Yeah,
I'm
it looks
hyped for that.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really hyped
I
for
think we're
that.
gonna have a good year of cinema, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm really hyped for Oppenheimer. I don't know,
yeah.
Christopher Nolan. I've
He makes
realized
exciting movies.
He does.
He does. He makes. What I love about Christopher Nolan is that even if his movies, you know, sometimes are a bit experimental. At least they like break the mold. I don't feel like I've like when I watch a Christopher Nolan movie, I always come in with a new experience, right? Even if a lot of his movies have had, some of his movies have had issues with it. I look back to all of his movies, and I'm looking back at Tenet now. I'm like, damn, that was actually a really good fucking experience.
Like, one thing you can't say about his movies that are boring.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're always interesting. Even if they're hard to follow, they're always a fucking delight to watch.
Yeah, every now and again I go back to watch clips of like Tenet like on YouTube because I just like want to like relive just how fucking insane some of the visuals in that was. And of course Tenet had problems with its writing. I mean the character was literally called the protagonist. But like years like which is how like it's, you know, a lot of the reviews of that movie were pretty like mediocre. You know, it's not his best work, but when you look back on an experience 2, 3, 5 years in the future, you're not going to remember any of that stuff. You're going to remember the shit that actually like did something new. You know,
which stands out on like the broader scope of like cinema that came out. Right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I look back at Interstellar as well. I
watched that again recently.
I actually rewatched that as well because
wait, why?
I don't know.
It's a fucking good movie.
Something about it was just stuck in my mind. I haven't watched
Interstellar.
You haven't watched it?
It's a great movie.
It's a really, really good. Well, here's the thing. Again, when it came out, when I first watched it, I came out of it after watching, what's the dream movie again?
Inception.
Inception. Yeah, Inception was what like sold me on Christopher Nolan. That's what made me a Nolan fanboy. Watching that in cinemas in Japan actually for the first time, fucking blew my mind. And I'm like, this is incredible. I went into Interstellar wanting something similar to Inception. I was like, this is totally different. What is this? I don't understand. And the reviews at that time were, again, this is still good. Not his best work, but still good. But it's just something about his work just sticks with you and like makes you remember it. And I think I appreciate Interstellar more now than I did when I first watched it.
I never, because I think before that time I wasn't really going to the cinema much. But I think for some reason in my head, since I watched Ad Astra, I was like, I don't want to watch any more space movies. I don't know why. I watched this Ad Astra thing and it was a really weird, okay film. I remember I went to the cinema and it was literally just me. It was like a midnight viewing of it and it was IMAX. It was a giant theater and it was just me.
All right.
And I was like, man, this is creepy as fuck. And it was such a really sad movie as well. And it was, I mean, you remember it, right?
Yeah.
So I think I was done with space, but I kind of want to get back into space stuff.
Have you watched The Martian?
I haven't watched that either. Again, because I was kind of done with space.
Such a banger film
That's
as well.
Great movie. That's a great movie.
And like a lot of films, I'm like, I want to watch that in the theater, but I can't anymore.
Yeah.
Like The Martian to me is like a modern day Castaway. That's also a movie that's aged incredibly well. Holy shit. Matt Damon fucking killed it in that film, man.
Making those potatoes.
Yeah, making those potatoes.
Yeah, I watched like a game theory or a film theory about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've seen The Martian. He plants the potato.
Yeah,
It's fine. He uses it.
I think now we got all the cool science YouTubers and everyone, you know, bringing a good name to scientists. But I remember back in the day, it was just like he was like the pioneer of like bringing a cool image to like someone who's just really nerdy and someone super into science. I remember watching The Martian. I was like, damn, maybe I should get into like a science or something like that. Damn, I want to grow potatoes on Mars. God damn, man. Yeah. Yeah, what a banger film. I think the reason I go to the cinema less than what I used to is I don't know where I saw this quote, or it was probably like a random YouTube short or YouTube video or something like that. But
I get all my life lessons from you.
Yeah. I remember what they were talking about, but it was someone in the movie industry talking about how, you know, in the modern day, there's not really as many mid-budget movies anymore. You know, it's always either the super high budget blockbusters, which is normally like anything Disney, anything Marvel, and that has its own charm, but I'm not always in that kind of mood, or, you know, or it's like a very like
super art housey films.
Like super like indie film, art house kind of films. And it kind of made me realize, I think some of my favorite films aren't those big ass blockbusters, you know, the cinema kind of experience. It's kind of like I grew up with watching a lot of mid-budget kind of mid-budget movies.
There's a lot more, you know, like you could make comedy movies before. You can't make comedy movies
what's happening to comedy movies, man?
Not profitable.
I watched like a 50-minute like breakdown of like why comedy movies are just dead now.
I think like DVD sales are a big thing.
Yeah.
Like not having DVD sales to make up the poor performance they would often get in cinema. And you can also shoot them a lot cheaper, but I guess the audience demand for it is not as high now.
Comedy is dead.
Yeah.
Think about like mid 2000s. How many of the most iconic films from the mid 2000s are just really?
I just think of like how many
weird
fucking Adam
comedy.
Sandler
Yeah, I'm
movies
just
there were,
they're,
right? Like-
you know, people love to clown on Adam Sandler, you know, especially like some of the later films he did, but he did some really good fucking films, and I really enjoyed that era of just it's an Adam Sandler movie. I should probably watch this.
Out of
you know?
like, dude, like honestly, like it's weird that it's those like weird kind of, as you were saying, like mid to like slightly high range comedy movies, or like just movies,
or
in
just
general.
movies like that in general.
Yeah, that just stick with me the whole time. Because like in my head, like when I think back to like some of the most fun movie experiences I had, like I don't know if this is like a hot take. Night at the Museum was a fucking banger movie. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That was a fucking awesome, or like Bruce Almighty. Like,
Yeah,
just
exactly,
like,
right?
Those kinds of like, it's such simple films, but there's something about it that just like, after all those years, I can still quote like a bunch of things from those movies.
Right,
Where it's
right.
like today, it's like, I've seen a lot of great films recently, but it's like, I couldn't tell you as, you know, in detail as much as like, say like, you know, fucking Waterboy by Adam Sandler, you know?
Well,
It's
I
like-
mean, it's just it's a different landscape now, right? Like
It
you said,
is.
like everything has to be a lot of money, and
and a
budget.
lot of the time, I mean, like fucking superheroes are the isekai of Hollywood. You know, it's you just have like no choice but superhero movies. So when something like John Wick 4 does come out, or you know the Super Mario Brothers movie, I'm like, finally something different.
Yeah.
Well, they thought initially that John Wick was gonna not perform the greatest because there was like not really much marketing behind it. 'Cause it was kind of confusing initially because you're like, it's just an action movie with Keanu. Okay, I guess.
say no more.
I think people just were shocked at how fucking good it turned out to be. Like the budget was tiny for the first John Wick, and even the newest one was really like kind of small considering how famous John Wick is. I think can you Google the budget? But I think it was like 90 million.
Oh, that's
really?
not a lot.
Which like the Marvel movies are sometimes like 400, 500 million.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a very different amount of money.
Yeah, exactly.
100 million.
It was 100 million, which is like, it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. But like when we hear about what some other films cost, I think Avatar needed to get $1 billion to like break even or something. It was like,
Fucking hell.
it's just like, holy fuck. Like it's so impressive what they can do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
mean, like you were saying, there were a lot more films in that like 50 million kind of like
50
range.
should be a lot too.
50 is a lot, but
It used to be. I mean, inflation is also a thing. So.
Yeah, but like I mean, like that kind of like budget compared to the every superhero, every Marvel movie, which is like hundreds of millions of dollars. They're both a lot of money, but one is way more money than the other kind of movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like in that like mid-range, you could still explore interesting ideas without having to be limited by, you know, being an indie film, you know, because indie films are fucking fantastic, by the way. But at the end of the day, you use the resources you have, and sometimes they find clever ways to use like the lower budget, but it has its charm. But there's just a whole category of like films that I feel have just been wiped off the earth in like the past decade.
Just because a lot of the fucking budget films that we hear about lately are like Cocaine Bear and the Winnie the Pooh horror film.
Yeah.
It's like these just shit films. It's just fucking stupid.
They're just meme films, right? Yeah.
They're just films that they're like, it's like you can make the film on less than $1 million.
Yeah.
And you'll probably get more money just of people being curious because it's such a stupid concept.
Yeah.
Like I think the Winnie the Pooh film was like not even like 100. How much was the Winnie the Pooh horror film? Can you Google the budget? I think
I
it
was really tempted to go watch it.
I think it was like literally like less than $1 million. Like I think it was like even less than that. I think it was something stupidly low.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it just says a budget under 100,000.
Under
100,000.
And everyone knew that movie was coming out, right? And so I don't think the aim of that movie was to make a good movie. I think it was to make a movie that would just exist and could be called a movie.
And it
so that you
definitely
could
made its
easily
money
make,
back.
Yeah, it made like 10x budget.
Yeah.
It easily got $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was also a 10-day shoot as well.
A 10-day shoot?
Fuck.
That's just a YouTube video.
Yeah, they made 4.2 million. So
Yeah, so they made so like I think a lot of studios now or like budget studios saying like, oh wait, if we just do something outrageous or make something fucking stupid that people are going to talk about online, even if the movie sucks, we get money.
Isn't it crazy that the Winnie the Pooh movie took just as long to film as our Japan road trip special did?
Oh my! Why are you gonna say it like that,
If you think
Joey?
about it like that.
Oh my god!
If you think about it like that, that's nutty.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
We lost money.
Meanwhile, Disney's like, what other classic movie should we remake today?
Moana remake.
It's Moana! It's Moana, guys.
Shit idea. I mean, everyone.
It's fucking hell.
I mean, everyone said this, but like the remakes fucking suck.
Or
Yeah.
there's that Little Mermaid remake coming out, right? You hear about that?
I don't care. I don't care.
Saw the trailer. And I'm like,
Moana does not need a live action, and the fact that they have Dwayne Johnson doing it, which makes sense. Obviously, it's going to be doing it, but what is the fucking point now?
Yeah.
When it's just like an RTX version of Moana. Like, what is the point of this movie?
You just did a mocap version,
Yeah,
you know?
they just fucking used the mocap footage of him. Just release that. Like, what is this shit? He's gonna be like, I'm really excited to revisit the role and do the exact same thing I did 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's
The
just like,
thing about remakes is that I feel like with remakes, you should there's like a grace period.
everyone thought about it. Everyone knows this. There's just an unwritten rule that you should leave it the fuck alone for a while.
Yeah. Like you can't call it a remake if it's like what fucking 5 years ago or some shit
If I
like
could
that.
still watch it on in-flight entertainment, it's too goddamn early. Okay, it's too early.
but boys, we all know the biggest news in the movie world is that Shrek 5 was just announced.
Was it actually?
off.
Yep, Shrek 5 was just
No
announced.
fucking way.
They're
Dude.
making a Shrek 5.
I watched Puss in Boots.
Was it
Oh,
good?
you did?
It's insane.
Really?
It's so fucking good.
I-
It's actually, I've never seen a movie that went so hard.
I
Really?
really want to watch it. That's actually like that. No joke.
It's in
That's
cinemas right now.
I heard insane things about it, yeah.
Dude, it's like it's like it feels like the One Punch Man of the Shrek universe in terms of like it just came out of nowhere and was like, what the fuck? Why is the animation just insane?
Yeah.
It's I can't fathom how hard they went on this film. Not only is like the animation itself just an absolute delight, the story is so fucking good.
Yeah. I mean, when I first saw Puss in Boots 2 start like trending on my timeline, I'm like, people are memeing, right? This is a meme.
I don't even watch Puss in Boots 1. You don't need to, because this film was just so fucking good.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm excited for Into the Spider-Verse 2 as well. That's
Dude, we got
so
spoiled.
much
We're
good
being
films,
spoiled.
cinema
man.
coming out.
We're being
Great cinema. Thank God.
Hell yeah.
Even though that is a superhero film, I don't care. I don't
It's
care.
fine,
I'll
it's fine.
make
Puss
an
in Boots
I
is-
enjoyed Into the
He's
Spider-Verse
my
too
hero
much.
right now, dude. Bro, that film was so good, dude. Please, if you're skeptical, you're like, I don't want to watch Puss in Boots. I haven't watched Puss in Boots. It doesn't fucking matter. Don't fucking listen to anything you say. You're dumb.
Yeah.
Go and watch Puss in Boots 2. I don't care how you watch it. Watch it right now. It's so fucking good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, moral of the story is I am more excited about cinema this year than I have been for a very long time. And I might actually end up going to the cinema more often now.
Yeah.
Dude, please do. Let's go
Yeah.
watch Puss in Boots. I think it's still in cinemas. I gotta look.
But hey, look at all these patrons though. I bet they're excited for
Ooh.
Shrek 5.
Yes.
Why would they be? Okay, never mind. Thank you for watching, patrons. Do the thing, Joey.
Oh,
Yes.
do the thing. All right. Hey, if you enjoyed the show and you like to support it, then make sure to go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/trashtaste. Also
Make sure to
follow
go
us on
there.
Twitter. Send us some memes on the subreddit. And if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.